There needs to be a step change in urgency.
Instead of having meetings and drafting memos, he isn't making a decision to end drone closures at Dublin Airport. And if he doesn't make that decision today, we think, frankly, he should resign and let somebody competent become Minister for Transport.
Step change in urgency.
Treacherous.
JohnnyOnionRings.ie.
There needs to be a step change in urgency.
Stay away from that rain.
The new Opel Sequester.
Concerning,
Treacherous.
concerning and unacceptable. There needs to be a step change in urgency.
Instead of having meetings and drafting memos, he isn't making a decision to end drone closures at Dublin Airport. And if he doesn't...
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the stream. And welcome back to another edition of Fat 32, a beautiful situation whereby we delve into the past from the future, as relevant to the past. If they were looking at this, they'd be looking into the future, but there was no technology available at the time to see into the future. It was all speculation, postulation, pontificating, ruminating, and AI. They talked about that years ago, and they said it was going to happen, and now it's happening. We saw the robots today getting absolutely fucking athletic out in Beijing. An unbelievable situation with those guys. Darren Mack, thank you very much for the tip there. Put that music back on there now. I'm a bit out of breath. Thank you very much, Darren and Jason and Joey the Lips for your tip there, and Omar. Very, very kind of you there. And none other than Conrad. Thank you very much. It's great to be back in town. Windows 98 is here. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that side hatch there. You pop up the toolbox there. Your rhetoric will smother you. There we go. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Twisted.
And what we have here is none other than Computer Chronicles Season 9, 1991. They were already nearly a decade into the Chronicles. You gotta fucking imagine how exciting this time was. You can't imagine it. You've been spoiled with all the latest gadgets and screen-based activities, more than you can shake a stick at. But back in the day, the hottest computer games, if you look at my head as though it's some sort of karaoke word ball, a look at the hottest computer games in the early 1990s included our word tris. Thank you very much, Chib, for your tip. Very, very kind of you. Crisis in the Kremlin. Earl Weaver, Baseball 2. We're going to be looking at Railroad Tycoon. Playmaker Football. I can sing this like it's a karaoke. Like a karaoke echo on there, please. Spitting. And look at the hottest computer games in the early 1990s. Included our word tris, Crisis in the Kremlin, Earl Weaver, Baseball 2, and Railroad Tycoon. Turn the music up. Playmaker Football 2, King's Quest 5, The Game, Winter Challenge, and TSN, the Sierra Network. We'll go for one more. Your rhetoric was Thank you very much, Joel and Robert. Here we go. We'll go from the top again. A look at the hottest computer games in the early 1990s, included our word tris, Crisis in Kremlin, Earl Weaver Baseball 2, Railroad Tycoon, Playmaker Football 2, King's Quest V, the game's Winter Challenge, and TSN Sierra Network. Also features a visit to Lucasfilm Games and their development process for titles such as Indiana Jones, The Fate of Atlantis, Monkey Island 2, and LeChugs, and LeChugs, and LeChugs. Revenge. Another segment looks at the in-golf simulator from Top Pro Sports, a game which actually teaches you how to play better golf. A game which actually teaches you how to play better golf. Guessing clue, Gilman Louis. President of Spectrum Hullaby. Michael Brook of Electronic Arts. And Bruce Shelley of Micro Pros. Tried to do the jazz breakdown there. Narubu-san, thank you very much for your tip there, and Ed H. We can kill that now, it's been enough. We've had enough time now with that. We can get that off, it's fucking the noise. Turn that sports music off. Maybe just turn it down a touch. No, we will turn it off. Maybe just down a touch. Oh, turn it off. Seems dead then, but we do need absolute silence for Stuart. Before we do get underway, I just need to thank a few people there who tipped as I was doing the karaoke. Ed, thank you very much. Narubu-san. Bats, Scooby-Doo Man, thank you very much. Joel, Robert, very kind of you, Robert. Any chance to see Creepy Nuts play live? I didn't get to see them. Maybe we'll have a look on YouTube later. Samantha Hagar, thank you very much. Chris McBee, still on the Echo machine. Chris McBee, thank you very much. Christian Irwin, very kind of you. Black Tom, very kind of you. And none other than Dara Madi, the creator of this website here that you're looking at, Viper Chronicles. Also, shout out to Sam Lee. I forgot, but there's a password for your website. I forgot it. So I can't log on to it. Conrad, thank you very much. Playing the classic game of how long before the neighbours call the guards, is it? Yeah, well, I think at this time it's fine. I've done the clearance. I got Garda clearance. Thank you very much there, Jason, for your tip as well, and Joey the Lips and Omar. And none other than Hammerhead, very kind of you. Let's put this little episode on here. It's going to be a Cyberblast affair. These are the days before Cyberblast. Cyberblast was a late 90s affair. We're not going to see that here on Computer Chronicles. Thank you very much, the other Jeff, and none other than Mr. and Mrs. Pacework, and Scumbelina. Can you say hello to Mommy Scumbelina, who is currently in hospital, missing Oasis, and will be catching up on the streams soon. I hope you're getting on well, Mother of Scumbelina, and please, please, please get well soon.
Twisted.
Get well soon. Let's stick this Chaffee man on and see how we get on with him. Christian, thank you very much for your tip again, and Schult and Jamie. Wow. It looks like it's going to be a good intro. Let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. Let's see how the sound is on this first. Is it mono? Is it monaural? Or is it stereophonic? I am Kaibar. It's definitely monaural. Maybe I'll put the headphones in for this. Let's see how we get on without the headphones. Let's put it on monaural here. Monaural. Monaural. Thank you. Monaural. Monaural.
This is one of the most amazing arcade games
beautiful.
ever invented. It uses
Michael
three-dimensional-
Jackson's Moonwalker in the background. Stu is coming in hot and heavy from stage right. It's a Sega game, or a Sega game, called Hologram. It's got a funky little joystick. It's got some shapes, some interesting shapes. We don't know what's going to happen there. And then none other than Sega's Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. And we all know what happened in the end there with the man himself. It was a dark, dark end to the equation. That there, and Narubu-san, thank you very much there. Have you any games lined up to stream in the future? Of course. There are 2 big releases coming up, which I intend to play. MGS Delta, and then the Silent Hill game, which is going to be coming out the month after, I hope. I think. That's 2 Silent Hills in 1 year. The remake of 2, and now the new one, which is going to be more action-based, I hear. It looks good. And I don't know whether or not... Haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to play it in Japanese with subtitles or dubbed in English. It's a big, big decision you have to make at the beginning of the game. Also, streaming a game in Japanese, is that going to sit well with the crowd? We don't know. And indeed, the last Metal Gear playthrough was a very slow, languid affair where I actually forgot I was even fucking streaming and played the game for like 8 hours. Long chunks of me just staring like a zombie at the screen, trying to ingest the fucking wealth of information that was going in, and I hadn't a clue what was going on. And then there's even more of that in the 3rd installment as well. Looks like it could be confusing and hilarious at the same time. Thank you very much there, Harry and John, for the tip. Let's just have a little look here, and we scooch back a moment or 2, and we pump up the volume on that. Yeah, I think it sounds good. I think it sounds good. Got 1 water, 2 bananas. We're ready to go here. I am Kaiba. Galactic Federation.
This is one of the most amazing arcade games ever invented. It uses 3-dimensional holographic images.
Lovely stuff. And look at the stew work on that joystick. I've never seen anybody go at a joystick like that. It's kind of a claw mechanism. Already we're into the good stuff, guys. This is only, 12 seconds in. We've had Stu coming in hot into an arcade, Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, and then this. Quite possibly one of the most interesting developments in joystick holding technology we've ever seen. Producers! Thank you very much for the tip there. Nick, very, very kind of you.
It's called Time Traveler. It's your basic arcade action game in which you've got to take on villains from various time periods, from the Stone Age up until the 23rd century. What is astonishing about this is the most modern holographic technology is being used not in some serious medical applications.
I love the interplay between Stu and the cameraman, who, you know, knows Stu well. He knows when to start that slow crawling, creeping zoom
the
in.
Most modern
He's going to finish on a tight Stu.
Holographic technology
he probably wants
is
to
being
frame out this little situation here. He's going from
not
a
in some
mid
serious
into a nice
He seems to know his way around
medium
the block.
CU. I think what we'll end up on
about you?
with Stu giving us that very reassuring smile and reassurance that we're about to witness something great in the next half an hour, 25, 24 minutes, however long it runs. On this edition of the Computer Chronicles. Bam! Hit the titles. Boom. What a program.
about this is the most
They don't
modern
make programs like this anymore.
holographic technology is being used not in some serious medical application, but in a computer.
It's all YouTube bollocks. It's all overproduced, over-edited. There's no studio, there's no guests. There's no studio and there's no guests, and there's nobody doing it like this man anymore.
Today we'll show you some other, perhaps frivolous high-tech achievements as we take a look at the latest in computer games on this edition of the Computer Chronicles.
Yes! Fuck!
Computer Chronicles is made possible in part by Cardinal Technologies, designer and manufacturer of advanced personal computer systems and communications peripherals, including multimedia and graphics products. Cardinal Technologies, where computer products are designed and manufactured in the USA, and by PC Connection and Mac Connection, mail-order software and hardware peripherals for the PC and the Macintosh. And the Software Publishers Association, providers of educational materials to help manage software. Don't copy that floppy.
Don't copy that floppy. Don't pirate games on floppy disks. Thank you very much there, Funny Guy, and Noel, and Ed H, and Nick. And look at this dimly lit studio featuring Stu. He's got a lovely little desktop, and then another layer in the background of desktop, ready to commence. He's ready to lay siege to that keyboard. In many ways, and we are all here witnessing it, wanting it to happen. That keyboard is going to have many keystrokes. There's going to be a mouse involved. That's going to be interrogated as well. And it looks as though he's playing some sort of game. Obviously, this is a computer games episode. Hopefully, we haven't seen it before. I'm excited.
Welcome to the Computer Chronicles. I'm Stuart Chaffee, and it's hard.
Lovely. Sometimes I do, on the off stream, just stay here and put my head on Stu's body and pretend, or imagine, should I say, what it would be like to be Stu.
To tell here whether I'm watching television or playing with my computer. Now, is this coverage of the Winter Olympics, or is this me actually skiing downhill?
Wow.
It's obviously me skiing downhill. Let me show you what else you can do with this wonderful game.
It's not that obvious because the graphics are so realistic. Giant slalom, ladies and gentlemen, giant slalom. And you've got a little map there which shows you all the way down. Accurate representation of skiing in, I know, the Aspen, the Rocky Mountains over in the States, or maybe even the Alps over here in Europa.
Skiing downhill. It's obviously me skiing downhill. Let me show you what else
Just checking the mic there.
you can do with this wonderful game. This is the game's Winter Challenge from Accolade, and I've always wanted to try that ski jump. That always looks so exotic, so we'll go over here and...
The goal in the jump is to gain as much speed as possible while skiing down to make a powerful leap from the end of the ramp. Okay? Let's get rid of some of the detritus on the screen there. And to minimize wind resistance before landing. Train, return. Now you can see the little fella here, right here, bearing down, ready to get down to business on the ski jump, which is a fantastic event in any Winter Olympics or winter sports calendar. Those lads go very, very far. I wonder, has there ever been anybody who has gone too far and has ended up never ever doing it again? They seem to land awfully well. You know, even though it's a great distance, they always seem to land well. And this is as close as you or I would ever get to that. Unless, of course, there are some amazing ski jumpers watching.
A train in the ski jump, and I'm ready to do it, and I hit go, and here we go. And let's see what it feels like. And I'm told you have to sort of stay in the middle, get up your speed as much as you can, get over there at the edge, jump up, and land.
Land! And that's great. We never really get to hear Stu, how would you say, giving the sound a boost. Sometimes we're seeing a visual of Stu and he has to pretend to be enjoying the game, like, but this is just audio Stu. It's early days. I don't think we've seen Stu play these computer games. I think this is where 1991, the point where computer games began to get a little bit fun enough for him to actually play them on the show and then go, bam, here we go. And interesting to note here, the graphical representation map of where your man is, it just looks like a ball, like a Sonic the Hedgehog
Here we
style
go, and let's see
ball that rolls
what
down.
it feels like. And I'm told you have to sort of stay in the middle. Get up your
We didn't have, or they didn't have in 1990 or 91, the graphical capability, the resolution to be able to make that a man. So what we got was a ball on a hill, and that's good enough.
speed as much as you
Good
can.
graphics.
Get over there at the edge, jump up, and land. Oh my God, I did. No, I didn't.
Oh, and that's fucking bad injury right there. And that's Stu.
Well, computer games obviously have changed quite a bit from the old days.
Lovely, lovely sound and Stu there. It gets a bit of a laugh. I suppose if he fails at it, he still gets a laugh.
And land. Oh my God, I did. No, I didn't do it. Well, computer games obviously have changed quite a bit from the old days, and while spreadsheets and desktop presentations are nice, there are many of us who still find computer games one of the most wonderful benefits of the personal computer era. Today, we'll take a look at...
Don't have my Stu button. Somebody just get my Stu button there, ready to rock. That puts out Stewisms. I could hear it there on my end. I don't think you could hear it on yours. Properties, and then, yeah, the NVIDIA high definition audio. Let's see if we can get that.
Computer games.
Lovely stuff.
From the old days, and while spreadsheets and desktop presentations are nice, there are many of us who still find computer games handheld gaming devices.
It's a randomizer, so I wanted computer games, but it's a randomized.
While spreadsheets and desktop presentations are nice, there are many of us who still find computer games.
Lovely stuff. I love it when it works.
One of the most wonderful benefits of the personal computer era. Today, we'll take a look at some of the best and newest computer games on the market.
Love to be just on his shoulder here, like, you know, a good influence, the right and wrong, the morality. Not that he ever needed a fucking moral compass or anything like that, but I would just like to, I think I'd just like to be on his shoulder. I'm being honest with you.
There are many of us who still find computer games one of the most wonderful benefits of the
Nintendo
personal
Game
computer
Boy.
era. Today, we'll take a look at some of the best and newest computer games on the market. Now, one reason computer games have become so good is this marriage between film-style animation and sound and the interactive control of computers. There are perhaps no better practitioners.
I'd love to be a little pin badge for his lapel. That's probably something which could be happening soon enough. You know, the way things are going right now, I wouldn't fucking put it past them to come out with something like this. AI might do something. Why can't AI do this? Just make me a badge for someone. Or maybe even like a little badge display. The way displays are probably getting smaller and more intricate. You could put your fucking face like that could connect to your phone. You could hotspot a little screen on your lapel, like a little badge, and hotspot to your phone, and then that could provide a little video display of someone that you love or someone that you want, provided you have their consent, and maybe it's a live one as well, so you could walk around with them. I'm just spitballing here.
Of this technology than the wizards at Lucasfilm Studios in San Rafael, California.
Thank you very much. Horses Under Starlight and Narubu-san. Very, very kind of you. Lucasfilm Games. It's got to be good, right? It's got to be Star Wars, right? It's got to be whatever else. Fucking Indiana Jones. Was that Lucasfilm? Spielberg? Let's see.
Say Lucasfilm and you think of the latest computer technology, sophisticated animation and paint programs.
Lucas Fun Circus, ladies and gentlemen. That's the circus of George Lucas.
But even at Lucasfilm,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Final installment in the trilogy.
Animation starts out with the old-fashioned artist drawing characters by hand, because today's computer...
Designed and scripted by Noah Palestine and David Fox, Ron Gilbert, Sean Connery, Noah Palestine, and a lion, and David Fox and Ron Gilbert, and David Fox and Ron Gilbert, Sean Connery. Thank you very much there, Anguished Panda, for your kind-hearted tip. And what about Noah Palestine for a name, ladies and gentlemen? Some would say a conflagration of types. Noah probably being a name of the Judaic
That Higgins isn't simple.
tradition, and Palestine being Palestinian. Ivan and Steph, thank you very much for your kind-hearted and generous tip. Very, 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 very kind. Yeah, I love it. Let's have a little look and see how this develops.
Computer games have to look as good as the old-fashioned Disney cartoons.
Everything is handmade.
Indy, you're back.
Computer games have to look as good as...
Lovely stuff. Hello, Marcus. I think we know this could be the next game. The one thing I really enjoy about these Computer Chronicle detours of the past is that we find a game sometimes, once in a while, a game comes along on this show and it becomes a part of the streaming
the old-fashioned
roster.
Disney cartoons.
Everything is handmade. Unlike, similar to the way the old animated adventure films were done. Every gesture has to be accounted.
And I'm not gonna, you know what I'm gonna say? It's obviously this is not gonna happen anymore. This is
for.
an old style, cool dude as well, cool looking young fella. He knows what he's doing. He's good at graphic design. He's an artist, and it will be outsourced soon, unfortunately, to a database room, probably in Ireland, probably somewhere in Ireland because it's got the right climate for it. And then a room full of computers will just make your entertainment. It's a beautiful future ahead of us. I can't wait. I'm so glad that it's going to be like the way it is.
So the mad thing about the graphic adventure is that in the text adventures,
Brian
almost anything
Moriarty.
you could imagine or express
Great
with
name.
a sentence.
Great name, great jumper.
Animated adventure films were done. Every gesture has to be accounted for. And so the mad thing about the graphic adventure is that in the text adventures, almost anything you could imagine or express with a sentence could happen. But in a graphic adventure, you can't do anything you can't show, and you can't afford to show very much.
This is the old PC version of the popular...
When I do this, it looks like the Movistar logo for the, the Movistar network, cellular network in Spain. Bit of a niche reference. Look. The top lip. Kind of like a red version.
Game Loom, but the new version being developed here at Loom.
Some people might not like that.
You can't do anything you can't show, and you can't afford to show very much.
This is the old PC version of the popular game Loom, but
Loon.
the new version being developed here.
A messenger nymph. The High Council awaits your presence in the sanctuary.
The old...
Look at his eye, his evil eyes, look. I wonder, could you do that?
The High Council awaits your presence in the sanctuary.
PC version of the popular game Loom, but the new version being developed here at Lucasfilm will not only have better animation, but also sound.
And that's the messenger nymph.
And that's the problem.
The disk space in terms of the art has become almost...
Seems like he knows his way around the block. How about you? Thank you very much there, Randy. Very, very kind, yeah.
As far as we know how to do.
Would love to see Fontaine play Condemned Criminal Origins, great survival horror. I'll look into it. I'll put that down on the list.
But disk space is still limited because of that sound. We're really increasing the amount of sound and audio that we have in the games because it's such a powerful medium of communication that we've never had before.
Beautiful. Another computer game that will feature state-of-the-art animation is the new PC adventure game
Fate and the Fate of Atlantis. Never heard of it. Thank you very much, Glyn, for the tip.
Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. And since virtually every software customer will have already seen an Indiana Jones
I'm back.
movie, the computer game experience has to be equally realistic.
Dr. Jones. Do you remember the Temple of Doom? Dr. Jones. Lots of stuff that probably wouldn't get away with nowadays as well. Jackie Chronicles, thank you Jackie Chronicles, thank you very much for the tip there.
A consumer looks for believability because if you're going to have fun, you've got to one degree or another suspend disbelief. So that the story It has to be an engaging one, and to some extent, a real one, even if the theme is a fantasy.
For the Computer Chronicles,
I'm Janelle Patterson.
I'm Maria Gabriel.
Complete fuck up. Real brain fart that. Maria Gabriel. What you be wanting, boy? Crisis in the Kremlin. Earl Weaver Baseball 2 and none other than Word Triss. Baseball's such a boring game. How are they going to spin that into a fucking computer game?
Great games evolve just the way all great software evolves, and two perfect examples are Wordtris and Earl Weaver 2. Here to show us these two evolutionary and revolutionary games are Gilman Louie, president of Spectrum Holobyte, and Michael Brook of Electronic Arts. First of all, it seems to me when we look at some of the games we're looking at today, you see the cleverest programming, the cleverest new ways of dealing with software problems. Is that true in fact? I mean, do guys come up and solve problems in the game environment perhaps more readily than they would in the spreadsheet?
You're not a killer.
No, I'm not.
Well, Stuart, I think you have to, because the product life cycles of these products are so short, oftentimes
Michael Brook.
6 months, that you have to
E.A. Brooks. It's in the game.
Push that edge. You're competing against other game companies. Games could take a year or 2 years to develop. You really have to be visionary on what the market is going to expect 2 years down the road.
Maybe the cleverest guys are really developing games, huh? All right, Gilman, you've got one great example here, which is the...
I love the little bit of the style. I like it's a nice segue then to make that joke that it ends in a nice little laugh and then it moves on to the next person. Or he moves on. Sorry, I called Stuart it there. But the show, the pace, the focus of the show moves on. And again, another masterclass in communication and presentorial style from Stu.
Cleverest guys are really developing games, huh?
And look at that. He says the quip, or the line, whatever you want to call that, and he looks Michael Brooks dead ball in the eye in order to maintain that connection. And then Michael feels like he must smile back at Stu. And then the conversation naturally evolves and moves to the next man.
That's right.
All right, Gilman, you've got one great example here, which is the next generation from Tetris to Weltris.
I think he just said this guy's name is Gelman.
To Wordtris, and it's a great game. Show us how you play this thing.
Well, Wordtris is a game that kind of combines the best of word games and Tetris.
It's Gilman Louie.
You can play it in a variety of different modes.
From none other. Those crazy little guys over at Spectrum Holobyte
in a
have
solitaire
created this
play with or against a friend. You can play it across
beautiful game.
modems. Somebody in San Francisco can play with a friend in New York, or in a network in your office, and you can be sitting
just
there
what we
playing
need,
games
a network in the office,
to improve productivity, of course. Have a variety of different levels of difficulty, from children all the way to expert. I'm going to choose an advanced level.
Okay, you're brave.
I'm going to go to level B.
You're brave.
And I'm going to play a 2-minute game.
Okay.
And let's go into it. My goal is to spell words horizontally or vertically, any way I possibly can.
At least 3-letter words. Or more.
3-letter words or more, and if I get that magic word like clever on the top.
So we've got, it's lovely. It's Tetris, but it's not. It's just blocks with letters on them. And then I presume you have to make a word, obviously 3-letter word or more. But this here is just some sort of fucking nice placeholder. They thought maybe what we'll do is we'll put on the onion-domed kind of Russian-esque Kremlin buildings in the background. And then we'll just put a few huskies there as well to make people love dogs, right? We all love dogs.
I get a big...
And I wonder what happens if you write nasty words or bad stuff. Do you get points docked? Or do you see points given? Controversially, you could be given points for writing bad stuff. Thank you very much there, Anthony Barrett. 555. There's a gaming documentary on the BBC Archives called could be pretty special. I'll check that out. Thank you very much.
Bonus, and my well clears off.
Thank you very much for the tip. And Sakuba 2017, thank you very much. Right now, he's struggling to make anything just Kagura.
I get some great points.
And that's sort of a wild card?
It's a wild card. I got
You
Rand.
got a word, right?
There goes the word. And this is a great game. It's just lots of fun.
What the fuck happened there? He's not even making words, but he's getting Tetris. See this?
I got
You
Rand.
got a word, right?
There goes the word.
Oh yeah, on the side of caution. But it's not is it? Because it's Kagur.
And this is a great game. It's just lots of fun. It's
lots of fun.
Very educational for children because they learn how to spell.
All right, so it's really
Gin pace.
like Tetris in the motion and the action, but you're really forming words. It's a word game in terms of doing that rather than making shapes and forms. Now, it seems to me one of the great challenges of this game is how you dealt with the dictionary, because in real time, on the fly, you've got to access the dictionary, figure out whether it's a word or not, and move on. How'd you do that?
We actually had to have a team of programmers work on that particular problem because the dictionary was so large, it's 60,000 words, and it has to find every possible word that's on that screen in a fraction of a second.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Couldn't do it. Didn't have the fucking the technical capability to be able to do that dictionary of words. It's too much words, lads. It's too much. Keep it to 3 letters or less. Thank you very much there for the tip, arse.
Can you add to the dictionary, put in your own words?
Oh, absolutely. One of the nice features about the game is that you can add words, foreign language words, or people's proper names, and whatever you want. And I can put my name in it.
Spell out Louis, it goes off
I
the
get a
screen.
bonus point.
Okay.
So it's great.
Let me ask you about Crisis in the Kremlin now. That's the other great game you guys have. And
Cold War had just ended. The Berlin Wall had fallen at this point. There was probably still some residual animosity there lurking in the media landscape. Crisis in the Kremlin. What's in store here? Let's have a look.
there's a rather interesting story to tell about that while you were developing it, isn't there?
In the game, of course, it simulates every possible contingency. So one of the things that we were testing was what would happen if we played Gorbachev and we put in all the rules. And basically what happened was it predicted the coup.
Digital Gorbachev inbound, possibly.
And we even got the letter that comes out of the fax machine that says, "Gee whiz, from the KGB, you have suddenly taken ill with the red flu."
Pretty good simulation. All right, show us how you play Crisis in the Kremlin, Gilman.
Ill with the red flu.
Pretty good simulation.
Got the red flu, lads.
Gee whiz, from the KGB, you have suddenly taken ill with the red flu.
Pretty good simulation.
I like when Stu's happy, because I get happy as well. Gavin Brown, thank you very much for your tip there. You've got Nutella on a digestive biscuit, you say, which is a good accompaniment to this. Thank you, friends. Delta at the end of the month, yes. Just yes. And what is that, 28th? I'll go mad for it over in Japan, according to Connor.
All right, show us how you play Crisis in the Kremlin, Gilman.
Well, basically, you can.
It's all laughs. It's all fun and games for a while, but he doesn't. It's like, we need to get the work done. The Stu will give you the laugh, and he'll make you feel happy and at home.
Simulation.
Right? But then watch. Boom. Back to work. This isn't fucking play days.
All right, show us how you play Crisis in the Kremlin, Gilman.
Well, basically, you can choose from any different type of personality type, either ones that you've created.
What kind of president would you like to be, Comrade Gilman? You have selected Gorby. You have selected Nick.
Traditional Russian names here.
You have selected Stalin.
LL and PK. I don't know what the story is there with that. And look, it's Gorbachev. We know because there's a little map of an unknown country on his head.
Or that's been pre-programmed into the computer. So if you choose Gorby and you start acting like Stalin, you're not going to get very far in the game.
Okay, so let's play Gorbachev here.
So we're going to go ahead and play Gorbachev. And Gorbachev comes on up.
You just drag and drop Gorby over to the main, is it?
And we go directly into the office. And
lovely stuff. Look at maps. Maps are great. People love maps, right? We all love a good map.
In the office we have...
Does it develop any further? Is there anything else other than the maps?
Have this make-believe center.
This is, what, Age of Empires-esque, is it? Or is this Crusader Kings, but for a modern-day take on it? Before Crusader Kings, you've never played it. But it seems as though it's some sort of political dominance. Your strength is low. Your citizen satisfaction. Oh no, it's red, it's high. Foreign relations. Doing very well there. Overall index, very, very well indeed. And then you've got, look, maybe the Soviets could have done with this game. They would have extended the length and duration of the Soviet Union if they were all playing this. Food, health, housing, employment, personal income, consumer goods, public services, all important stuffs that's even now important even today's. Okay? Not much changes. It might be a bit more swish. Things are ultra HD. But if you've not got food, you've not got health or housing, it starts going fucking shaky. Civil rights are fucking good, look, out in the Soviet Union at that stage. According to them, everything according to them, education an emergency. And there's Gorby as well, the chaff boxer. Old Gorbations.
Where it has a map of the Soviet Union and all the different Eastern Bloc countries. And countries will pull away to the west, or you'll have...
Higgins isn't simple. Thank you very much there. Do you reckon it was the first meeting, or did Gilman Louis have a chewy with Stewie before filming this bit of a movie? Drank some... Oh, thank you very much there for it. I won't read the rest of it, but maybe they had a bite to eat or a snack in the green room. Now, there is a concept that we haven't really ventured forth with. Was there a green room in Computer Chronicles? What did it look like? What was in the fridge? I just feel as though Stu's a bit of a straight shooter. He wouldn't really be on the piss. But I have speculated what it might have been like at an end-of-year wrap-up show in San Francisco with, you know, Schindler, fucking Chaffee, Stockhammer, Maggots, all the big names. And you can imagine it would have been an absolute riot.
Different countries succeeding, the republic succeeding.
So what can we do as Gorby?
Gorby, one of the things that we can do is change the policies of the government.
Wow.
So I can go into, say, change the military posture in the world to an aggressive military posture.
Good stuff. Like today, even in Anchorage or in Ukraine, aggressive military posture.
Of course, Gorbachev wouldn't do this. So let's...
Gorby wouldn't do it. Gorby was a good guy, apparently.
Go in and change the budget.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the military and cut the...
Why do we need to change the budget, though? You know, we haven't seen any... The game hasn't given us any... There's no little movie that they've show that, yeah, you need to fucking change, make a few tweaks here and there.
Go in and change the budget.
Okay.
I'm going to go into the military and cut...
The budget needs changing pronto stat.
The military spending. Something that Gorbachev...
Before we go, let's just see what the way Europe looked in 1991. Western Europe. And then you've got this Central or Eastern... No, it's probably Central. This is Central Europe, right? Germany had just become back into the fucking Western sphere of influence, but I suppose this game might be set in the late 80s. Maybe this is a game they brought out just after communism and or the Soviet Union fell. So then the interesting part of the game was that just rewind a few years and see if you can keep it going, lads. Paul Meskel, thank you very much for the tip there. You have Yugoslavia, Bulgaria. Now, Yugoslavia, now a load of different countries. Slovenia and Macedonia, maybe. Hungarians, Romanians, Czechoslovakians, Poland, Moldavia. Must be called Moldavia to some people. Or maybe they changed their name to Moldova. Ukraine, Belarusia. The three lads, the three boyos, Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania. Southern and Northern Russia. There's nothing else really there, is there? There's nothing else.
Into the military and cut the military spending. Something that Gorbachev did do.
Right.
So let's bring this down to 230 million rubles. And that's into the game now.
Million boobles. The currency of Russia, the booble.
And
still to this day, still survives.
Go ahead and say, let's play it out for 1 year. So I'm going to hit the advance. Letters and information.
Screwball scramble sound.
Pops. Let's play it out for 1 year. So I'm going to hit the advance. Letters and information pops up. It's January 1987. Advance. Letters and information pops up. It's January 1987. Letters and information pops up. It's January 1987.
President eyes only. Moscow Kremlin. Gilman. Question. Subordinates reports and polls. Your dictatorial policies make them afraid to speak their minds. Many will... Tall, is it? Many will tell you. Many will tell you only the good... Many will tell you only the good news. Your friend and mentor, Louis.
And we get a little letter from a friend. Questions, subordinate reports, and your polls. These are little hints to tell you how well you're doing in the game.
What's happening down there?
Pull up a fax. KGB reports there's some food unrest.
Somewhat realistic, yeah.
Great stuff.
Now, actually, one thing...
Somewhat realistic.
Reports there's some food unrest.
Somewhat realistic, yeah.
Food unrest continuing. The KGB have been in touch, Pat. We have reason to believe that our unfortunate food situation is the result of deliberate and unprovoked subversion by agents of the CIA. We will investigate. Vasily Nikitin, director of the KGB.
Now, actually, one thing may happen at random, so we haven't seen it, but one thing you do is tell jokes in here, right, to give you a sense of what
Jeff Tomato. Thank you very much there for the tip. Very, very kind of you.
people are really saying.
Absolutely.
Any examples?
We actually have in the game all the different jokes that are being told.
Slight look of confusion there on... Oh, beautiful. Just landed right on his face the moment when he kind of looked a little bit...
Any examples?
Any examples of stuff? Stu's just looking at this going, what the fuck is happening? I mean, how am I meant to make this sound exciting? Food unrest.
Any examples?
We actually have in the game all...
Sorry, just to look at the screen. Look at that.
In the game, all the different jokes that are being told in the Soviet Union. And the KGB actually monitors in real life all these jokes. That's kind of a hint of the political climate.
Yeah.
What?
And these jokes...
Like...
Jokes? But how would they monitor jokes? There wasn't a fucking communications network framework like there is today for them to monitor. Unless they bugged all the phone lines and they were listening to Russian people make jokes on the phone and then they fucking made a note of those jokes. Or they just went down to the stand-up comedy club in Moscow, because as we all know, the birthplace of stand-up comedy, and they listened to, you know, near-the-knuckle jokes about the administration. Just spitballing here.
An example.
You know, what's the definition of a cabbage line?
Oh, this is a dangerous one. Make sure it's not going to offend any people.
Yeah. So with citizens waiting.
I'm gonna rewind so we just hear that, because I'm dying to hear the punchline about this cabbage joke.
Like an example.
You know,
Careful, Gilman. Says Christian.
What's the definition of a cabbage line?
Yeah.
A cabbage line. A cabbage line. What's the definition of a cabbage line? Well, first off, what the fuck is a fucking cabbage line? A line of cabbage. Maybe that's something, you know, the way they had lines and lines of cabbages all across the Russian steppe. You know, beetroot to beat the band. And a cabbage for every man, woman, and child. Maybe that was probably one of the socialist policies back in the day. A line of cabbage. A line of cabbage.
What's the definition of a cabbage line?
Yeah.
It's probably people queuing up for fucking cabbage. I heard it through the cabbage line, says Richie. Heard it through the grapevine. Georgia Rolls! Thank you very much. The KGB are after you on the vaccine machine. Very, very kind of you. Heard it through the cabbage line. Honey, honey, heard it through the cabbage line. Boom, boom, boom.
Citizens waiting for the meat market. and there's
Forced laughter. We missed the punchline because I was so engrossed with singing about the cabbage line.
What's the definition of a cabbage line?
Yeah.
Soviet citizens waiting for the meat market.
Soviet citizens waiting for the fucking meat market.
And
Hang on. Fair play to Stu though. What a professional, consummate professional. He's not letting fucking Gilman just sit out on the rafter with dead air. He is giving him his wholehearted laugh. What's the definition of a cabbage line? It's Soviet citizens waiting for some meat. Is that the joke?
line. What's the definition of a cabbage line?
Yeah.
Soviet citizens waiting for the meat market. And there's all sorts. Here's some.
So cabbage, is that what the joke is there? Cabbage is in. Do you know you call someone a cabbage when they're fucked? Oh, he's a cabbage. I mean, you wouldn't say that. It's not nice. So the joke there is, and who is the joke? Because we're talking about the game here. So this is Russian citizens referring to other Russian citizens as cabbages. You know, having no mental capacity. Is that the joke? Or are we meant to laugh because this is a Western-made game? I fucking don't know. So many questions. A lot of questions and very, very little answers. How the KGB managed to monitor these jokes, we don't know.
Definition of a cabbage line.
Yeah.
Soviet citizens waiting for the meat market. And there's all sorts.
Soviet citizens waiting for the meat market. It bugs me that Stu's getting a great laugh out of it, but I don't understand the fucking joke. Thank you very much there. Help me for the tip there. Any recommendations for bars or restaurants to watch sport if travelling from Louth? If travelling from Louth to Dublin? Well, I mean, you're on the fucking road. You're on about stopping somewhere, is it? I don't know. I actually don't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for the tip.
Soviet citizens waiting for the meat market. And there's all sorts. Here's some.
Oh, here's a couple of jokes.
Here's a couple of jokes.
At a meeting, brilliant. At a meeting, Peskov asks, "Where is all the meat? Where is all the meat?" Where is the meat? At the meeting, Peskov asks, "Where is all the meat?" Next week, Peskov asks, "Where is all the bread?" Next week, Flotsky asks, "Where is Peskov?" And that's a great joke, because he has disappeared. Ladies and gentlemen, the joke there being, please do not question the status quo, otherwise you will be disappeared.
Some meetings. Where's all the meat? Next week. Where's all the bread? Next week. Where's exactly.
All
right. Stu may be sensing that this could be getting a little bit too Russophobic, maybe perchance. I don't think so. But you never know. He has probably a multitude of connections and contacts the world over. Don't forget, Computer Chronicles syndicated in probably fucking 100 countries, dubbed in Chinese, probably dubbed in Russian. You know, he probably didn't want to alienate any of the audience there.
Where's all the bread? Next week. Where's exactly.
All right, I want to ask you to slide the keyboard over to Michael now, and we'll go.
Okay, he's going to slide the keyboard over to Mike. I just want to see that joke. There was another joke. How come Armenia has a navy when it's not even near an ocean? So what? Moscow has a Ministry of Culture, doesn't it?
I was Chinese.
Thank you very, 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 very much to Georgia Rolls. The joke is expectation in parentheses, meat, reality in parentheses, cabbages no. I'll try and parse that sentence back later on.
All right, I want to ask you to slide the keyboard over to Michael now, and we'll go.
The expectation of meat, the reality, cabbages no.
Go from sort of serious Soviet Union business to playing baseball with Earl Weaver 2. We saw Earl Weaver 1 a couple of years ago on the show.
I just want to have a quick look there at this shadowy Earl Weaver figure. Earl Weaver. And there he is, an American baseball manager. So this is the Madden of baseball games. And he played in minor leagues, and he was born in St. Louis, Missouri, and he became a big name in the baseball world. Earl Weaver game. There's the box. A good guy. Solid guy. I don't know what team that is there, but it looks interesting. His name was Earl, indeed. The Braves.
So what's different about Earl Weaver?
Atlanta Braves.
Well, Stuart, we now have 200.
Stu's face there. Again, body language, guys. You want people to fucking feel like you're interested in what they're going to say, so make this face.
256 color graphics and over 100,000 frames of animation.
Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, sometimes it's hard to tell whether you're watching television or watching a computer game here. Show us some of the...
It's not, Stu, but we'll let you away with it. It's very easy to distinguish the difference.
Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, sometimes it's hard to tell whether you're watching television or watching a computer game here. Show us some of the features of the action here inside Earl Weaver 2.
Well, we have 9 cameras, mobile cameras.
Not bad. I was thinking this was going to be shit. That looked great.
Action here inside Earl Weaver 2.
Well, we have 9 cameras, mobile cameras around the stadium. We have a television director built into the program who's choosing the most appropriate camera.
Yeah, we just saw the angle cutting from behind home plate to first base.
Lovely.
We also have an instant replay feature built in. Let me show you that on this play. That was
this lad. The ump. Squatzer. Great form. Pair of Vans on him there. Off the wall. And he's only got 3 fingers per hand. 2 of them have been amalgamated into one. Maybe he's got like kind of claw paws. Clodhoppers, we call them.
It's a line drive into left field. Here's the instant replay. Mike Moore's on the mound, pitching to Will Clark.
Okay.
He lines the shot into left field. I can freeze the frames right now, so this is slow motion.
So
you see the ball bouncing
Wow.
in the outfield. I can also zoom in.
Let's see.
So adjusting the cameras.
So you can just get a tight shot of that particular sequence, yeah.
So you can actually play television director with this game, and now I watch.
Isn't it amazing?
Watch the rest of the play there.
What they were getting up to.
Okay, now you said that you also
1991.
have statistical features in here you didn't have in the first Earl Weaver. Show me some of that stuff.
Show me some of that.
To do that,
stuff.
I have to leave the game.
Okay. And so this is the stuff that would be on what you call a commissioner's disk. Huh?
Yeah, the commissioner's disk is used for building your own teams and leagues. For instance, I can edit managers.
The depth.
We have profiles of all the major league managers built into the
What
game.
the strategy typically is in a game situation.
Exactly. You can even build your own manager by answering a series of about 60 questions. For instance, how often would you like to steal second base?
What about ballparks? What are something else? And I see you can print baseball cards, it says on this thing.
Right.
Okay, show me the edit ballpark. What are something else? And I see you can print baseball cards, it says on this
The little smile.
thing.
Right.
Okay, show me the edit ballparks.
Editing ballparks. Now we have profiles of all the major league ballparks.
So if I wanted to see
here.
Fenway?
So Fenway Park, you see the height, so the fences, the distances, the prevailing winds, and then a little picture. You can see the green monster out in left field.
And I could lower the fence and experiment if I wanted to.
That's right.
What's the green monster? Is that what the baseball fans generally refer to as the playing field? Can't wait to get out on that green monster, get that bat in hand, give those balls a good fucking walloping. I don't know any of the baseball jargon, nomenclature, but maybe it's the wall. We're being told it's the wall from some baseball heads, some base heads in the chat. Field of Dreams.
The prevailing winds, and then a little picture. You can see the green monster out in left field.
And I could lower the fence and experiment if I wanted to.
That's right.
All right, great. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Experiment if I want. Thanks very much, gentlemen. And a lovely, massive box for that game. I think that's the baseball game cover, maybe, possibly, perchance. We don't know, but PC games generally came in massive boxes.
Well, while computer games are great, the most they do. Computer games. The demand of your body is usually just good eye-hand coordination, but there
hand-eye coordination.
Handheld gaming devices. There are some computerized games that require
hand-eye coordination. Hopefully it goes to Stu in the arcade. Milosh! Thank you very much there. Thank you, and Stu, for keeping us up to date with the latest in computer technology. Hopefully we get a shot of Stu in the arcade playing that fucking Sega hologram game with his crazy little technique on that ball on a stick. Narubu-san, thank you very much.
Much more.
Oh, look at the form. Whack!
Much more.
Real golf in
Power Drive. Feather Touch.
Real golf indoors.
I wonder is this Wendy Woods as well who's doing the link.
Body is usually just good eye-hand coordination.
Hand-eye coordination.
But there are some computerized games that require much more.
I think there's one of these in Castle Bar now.
Real golf indoors.
Really getting with the time in 2025. A fucking indoor golf thing.
Thanks. Real golf indoors. Thanks to 486 computers, it's now possible. This is Top Golf in San Francisco.
Top Golf Machine.
One of 40 computerized golf courses across the country marketed under the name InGolf. And some golfers say this is better than the real thing.
Is it fuck?
The major advantage of using the InGolf system in an indoor environment is...
Thank you very much, Zeebs, for the tip there. Lee Carvello's putting challenge. Used to have Actua Golf on the PlayStation, featuring the commentary from Peter Alice and a Scottish fella. And he would always go, "Oh, look at that. The ball it's landed in a bush. A bush." I can't remember his name.
Is that it allows you to control each shot very exactly, something that you can't do outside. For example, outside you'll have wind conditions changing constantly. You can set the wind direction and the wind speed on the computer and repeat that over and over again.
The players tee up on a golf ball that has a microprocessor inside. You hit the ball.
She's
All
got
into
great form.
a computerized image of a fairway on a computer screen about 10 feet away.
Setsuko B, good luck.
The ball is then converted into a computer image on the screen, and it moves as it would on an actual golf course. Sensors inside the golf ball measure how high and how hard the ball was hit.
Like a miniature Death Star, look. Get Lucas on the phone. They're infringing the copyright.
Sensors inside the golf ball measure how high and how hard the ball was hit and display this data on the screen. While the computer simulation of golf may not be the game of choice for accomplished pros, it seems to be a great teaching tool for beginners.
We found that students can learn much more rapidly.
A great teacher.
Okay, Wendy, yep, that's it. Pull back the club. Hold back the club like that.
Golf may not be the game of choice for accomplished pros. It seems to be.
That's it, and hold back the club like that, and then go whack, release then.
Rapidly with this system than they can with an outdoor system. The main reason is that they can see graphically what is happening when they make the swing. They can see it both visually on the screen and by looking at the trajectory analyzer.
Leslie Nielsen on a downer.
What's happening.
For the Computer Chronicles, I'm
She doesn't need this fella to teach. We've already seen how good she is.
Maria Gabriel.
Maria Gabriel. So that was the same lady as before. Oh, we've got some absolutely shit hot games coming up there. Another sports sim. American football. We know how exciting that is. Imagine how exciting it was as a video game in 1991. And the guys are beefier because we've got a football game coming up. I wonder, is one of them going to play Railroad Tycoon? That's a football. Which one has a history? Which one is the football guy and which one is the Railway Tycoon? I think this is a football haircut. Football head. And I think that parting there is visible, even though the resolutory information is scant. We can see an excessively swifted quaff on the side of his thatch barnet, known as a Schultz, as like a German helmet from World War II. I think he's the Railroad Tycoon, and I think this guy is the Madden. Let's see if I'm right.
Sometimes a game...
What about that head sweep from Stu first? Look at that. It's so emphatic that even Schultz over here mirrors and mimics Stu, which is a sign that Stu has influence, his sphere of influence over these guys, because, you know, when people start to copy what you're doing in the same room, it's obviously they love you. So we might have a situation here where this man is also in love with Stu. La Bouche, thank you very much for the tip.
Sometimes
La Bouche.
Sometimes a game starts out as a game, but ends up being much more. Two good examples are Railroad Tycoon from Microprose and Playmaker Football from Broderbund. Here to show us how they work are Bruce Shelley and Ed Batasoff. Bruce,
lovely stuff. Batasoft. He's got a soft bat. Hopefully he doesn't play baseball, because you need a hard bat for that.
Broderbund.
Broderbund. Please watch. Thank you very much there. Michael Owen's cringe Dubai promo. Is it new? Is this a new thing? I don't want to watch something that's 5 years old that everyone has seen. If it's hot off the press, I'll check it out. Sounds good, though.
That's how they work are Bruce Shelley and Ed Batasoff. Bruce, this is a game, but I understand people are actually using Railroad Tycoon in business schools or as a real business simulation.
Well, I've had conversation with people about that. I'm not sure how widespread it is.
I don't want to watch something that's old. Let's continue to watch this from 1991.
But I know I've talked to some college professors who set up scenarios and have their students start over and play and try to run a railroad.
Is this basically what...
Run a railroad. That's Bruce Shelley from Microprose Software, laying down the foundations for our understanding of this game, Railroad Tycoon.
Set up scenarios and have their students start over and play and try to run a railroad.
Is this basically what it is, a business simulation, or is it a kind of railroad game?
Well, I think it's a little
and
bit...
Look at that sweeping mullet. There we get that back, rear, mid shot or wide of the three fellas, but I mean, whatever about the humans, it's the hairpiece that we're focused on at the moment, draped languidly over his back shoulders. It's like a waterfall, a hirsute waterfall. I wonder, has anybody bathed inside that waterfall, and did they feel refreshed afterwards?
It's a little bit of everything, you know.
And that's a tight shrub if ever there was one. I know we said it before, but it really is a panzer shrub. A non-stop Schultz situation. It doesn't stop.
You designed it to be entertainment software, but it has a heavy business overtone to it. You're definitely got a lot of decision making to do, business decisions.
When they're saying Stephen King, tell you I saw a picture of Dean Koontz there, and hopefully he doesn't have any condition or anything like that, but I mean, it was insane. It's insane. As Thatches go. Thank you very much, Milas, for the tip. Fresh off the press, riots against deep-rooted corruption all over Serbia the last 2 days. I didn't even know. East, West, South media, all quiet. Okay, so you are a Serbia. We have somebody who is embedded in Serbia at the moment. They don't want people to get ideas. I heard there in some fucking maybe it was Serbia last year. They started using these high sonar wave fucking devices to disperse the crowd. It made everyone feel like a bomb was going off, and their innards and insides started to feel shaky. So there's some fucking insane weapons that have yet to be unleashed on the populace. So don't get any ideas, folks, because you will be controlled. I don't think maybe we have that technology in Ireland. I can't remember any riots in our... Oh, I actually can. It was one a few fucking years ago, wasn't there? In Dublin. Maybe they do have... maybe they've upped their game since then. Did they have water cannons for those guys in Dublin in November of 2023? I don't know. But I hope that they have upped their game for the next set of riots that will happen sometime soon. I think maybe. Hopefully not, though. Hopefully not.
And business overtone to it.
The Lewis got to fucking dig in. Someone smashed up a fucking Lewis. Someone shat in a bag and set it on fire and threw it into the Lewis. I think that was wrong.
You're definitely got a lot.
Rural Burke. Thanks for the tip there. Very, very kind of you.
A lot of decision making to do, business decision making.
Hopping on a flight there in a few hours to Serbia, says Milas. Wish me luck. All the best, and don't get into any fucking trouble. And Microprose Flaccidware, thank you very much. Saw the Serbia video, heading there next month. People are heading to Serbia. Maybe it's a cool place to go. Maybe it's cheap. But at what cost? If you get involved in a fucking flake out with a bunch of fucking Serbian rioters, and then the riot cops unleash Weapon X on you, and your innards get ruptured, is it worth the holiday then? I don't know.
And I think, you know, it lends itself to that kind of...
All right, show us the game a little bit. I think you can get tighter than that and sort of show us...
Like Command and Conquer.
You can see there's some trains running there. They're small. I'm going to zoom in on the city of Richmond, and a train will probably appear on the left-hand side of it.
Okay, so there's the track. And
right, I can build more track to the right towards...
there's the train.
Word on the street from the other jet, flights are launching to Albania next year from Dublin. Close enough to Serbia.
Okay, now suppose you wanted to build track to go to another city.
I'm building track.
So you're just laying down track there.
Right, I'm building track.
Just laying down track, just loving this game, loving life. Track is being laid left, right, and center.
Now, do I have a way of
I'm building track.
So you're just laying down track there.
Right, I'm building track west. And
now, do I have a way of picking the different trains I would want to run that particular line for?
Yeah, I can do that from this screen over here. This
Charlottesville.
Window, I click, and it opens up a train report. And this has got a very old grasshopper on it. I could replace that.
You're just laying down that track. Stu loving this sim.
Engine with an American.
Right.
And I can change its schedule on this part of the screen down here.
Game Boy.
Instead of Charlottesville Junction into Richmond.
Handheld gaming devices.
Change the consist of the crane.
Now, you say you have business decisions to make on this. What kind of reports, financial reports, can you get out of this thing?
There's an income statement for the railroad. This was happy music, like I did a good job.
This is happy music, Stu.
Last year.
You're doing well.
There's an income statement for the railroad. This was happy music, like I did a good job last year.
You're doing well running the railroad.
Right.
Good job. Looks like Macintosh GUI. It is.
Profits, things like that are shown here. Losses. Sorry about this music.
It's okay.
Sorry about this music. First time I've ever heard a guest apologize for their content. Sorry about the music. Stu's nice. He wouldn't make a show of him.
Profits, things like that are shown here. Losses. Sorry about this music.
It's okay. It must be doing a good job. Now,
It's okay. Reassurance from Stu.
Is the train going to go to the end of that track?
Well,
is the train going to go to the end of that track? But there's nothing there, Stu. He has not laid down any more track. There'll be a load of deaths.
It won't go until I tell it to go out there. I got to build a station out here and change its schedule. Right now it's running. It's got a schedule that's already planned for it.
Okay, now there's other things I think you can do. You can like call your stockbroker and buy or sell shares in your company.
I can call the broker. There's the phone ringing. And this is my...
Buy low, sell high. Buy track right now.
Railroad at the top.
By closing bell. Over.
Up here, and these are railroads run by...
They're your competitors.
Competitors, Jim Hill.
Is one of those guys, one of the Rockefeller or whoever it was that did the railroads in the States. The Patriots. Guns of the Patriots. But who are the Patriots? We'll never know. What about the election? That was quite a show, wasn't it? So that was all make-believe? The whole thing was scripted from top to bottom. And you went along with it. You bought it.
Erastus Corning of New York Central, John Forbes of the Rock Island Line.
And this is one of these games you can play.
Jim Hill, John Forbes, and Erastus Corning.
Forever, I guess, right?
100 years.
Erasmus Corning.
I'm going to ask you to take the keyboard and mouse and move it over to Ed here and ask you a bit about Playmaker Football. Now, this is one of the cleverest football games
I called it Ed is the football man because that mullet probably belonged in the world of football.
And it has kind of artificial intelligence built into it. Explain.
That isn't it is not a train man haircut to have a mullet. Panzer Shrub back there on Schultz, that was a railroad tycoon, railroad simulation haircut. This is a fully fledged football haircut coming right up.
The thinking behind Playmaker Football.
Well, we wanted to provide...
Look at that. It's insane! And he's got the glasses as well to beat the band.
For players, we wanted to give them the...
Ed Badazoff, the badass. He's a man who's got fucking, literally got badass in his name, the first bit of his surname. You know that you're winning when that's your fucking name.
Experience that coaches have when they coach their own
So it's
football
really a coach's
teams.
game.
Broderbund.
Not an arcade action.
Really, it is. There's a lot of strategy and thinking behind it and play designing.
Run us through it.
Okay, there are basically 3 sections to the program.
But it's softly spoken football, man. Playmaker Football. Brian Brinkman. And there he is. The coach. And look at that. Bit of a rude picture of a lady on the locker, maybe. What's there?
The first one here I'll show you briefly is the team draft, where you actually go in and create your own team. I'll open an existing team here that we've got. And
is this presumably pro-level football?
Well, yeah, it operates under the pro-level rules.
Yeah.
And we have our offensive squad here.
This guy he needs some sleep. He needs some sleep. Oh no, it's just fucking camouflage. Why do they wear camouflage under the fucking eyes in American football? They put the stripes under the eyes. Is that to make the opponent more scared? Or is there a fucking reason for it? I mean, they have helmets and shit on, so I mean, it's hardly going to protect them, is it? Stops glare, the reflection of light. Johnny, why though? What do you mean? Because other fucking stadium sports, soccer and everything, they don't care about the reflection of light. Unless there's something going on inside that helmet where there's the reflection of light inside the helmet, is it? Maybe it's because the ball goes up into the air and there's a lot of those kind of, you need to get the high ball. But GA players don't fucking wear that. But you never see any nighttime, well, you do. Or you don't. No, I no. But there are. But you never see that. So is that to mitigate the fucking floodlight beam? You've got some camouflage on that's gonna, what's that gonna do? Absorb the light? Makes sense in hockey, but not football. I just thought he had 2 black eyes, or he needed rest. He needed sleep. Look at that. Look, Guile from Street Fighter cameo. Wear shades whilst playing the game. Dangerous stuff. If you got shades smashed into your eyes off a fucking heavy quarterback, you would be fucked. Freddie Mercury was involved as well in the game. This is just before he died. David and Laura, thank you very much for the tip there. Very, very kind of you. A piece of meat! Poddy Bob, thank you very, 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 very much. So we have Queen. I don't know who he'd look like. Maybe Tony Todd. Steve Buscemi, not Buscemi. What's the other? Gary Busey. I don't know. Maybe fucking Santana. He's a real fucking scary looking fucker, this lad. Cue ball 6. Maybe Paul Bearer with no hat on. Turnip Tommy. Who's this smoldering fucking absolute demon god? He's got the camouflage under the eyes. We don't know, but it's a real posed for a situation. I'm glad that's a helmet, because I thought this next guy had a very severely spherical head. But it's a guy with a helmet on. Guile from Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Poor lad needs sleep. Uncle Fester, or maybe just a man who needs to sleep. Don't know. Helmet head again. Thank you. He looks like someone from that angle. He's got the stash, a big stash. Oh, maybe a musician or something. Brian, thank you very much there. Very, very kind of you. Richard Pryor, great call there in the chat. We move on from Pryor. This guy's got an eye patch on. Shouldn't be anywhere near the fucking field. He needs help. Maybe there's a bit of CTE going on as well. They just let him play because he's a monster. Maybe he's a fucking monster. This guy looks nasty, look. He's got a kind of elfish pointed ear. And I don't know, he's got a kind of, the nose is going up, pointing upwards to the sky at the end. And another situation like the fella up top, like this lad here, look. Uncle Fester, or I don't know who I said that guy is, not Uncle Fester. But he looks great. He looks great. And that's it. That's our roster of lads and types for this team. Hollyhead, thank you very much there for the tip.
If I click on the dog ear here, we'll show our...
Got another lovely selection on the roster. Let's just keep it going here, lads. It's a great little situation. I'm interested to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on this, on who these guys... Who have we got here, guys? Who have we got here? Who are we dealing with here? We need to zoom out. Is Hairku? He's got a crew cut. He's got a hairku. I called him. It's got a crew cut. Can't really make any detail on the face, the visage. Fuzz Lightyear. This guy's fucking ruined. Look, CTE memories. That is the big bopper right there. Fucking Chantilly lace. Bob Ross, somebody says. Or is that Neil deGrasse Tyson? Are you on about him? Anyway, we'll move on. This guy, I don't want to say who he looks like, but he looks like a criminal in that we know. And this guy's got a real savage jaw going as well. He's going 90. Don't know who that lad looks like. This guy looks like a nice man. He looks like he's laughing and smiling. He's not scary at all. He's got the beard and a very dense, thick head of hair. Joe Duffy. Classic Joe Duffy. Old school, 1980s Joe Duffy. I was going to say Ross Geller, but maybe not. Got the schnoz. Ian Dempsey. Fucking the Dumbelievables, John Kenny. This guy, fucking Telly Savalas. Helmet Master 5. This guy's... Is he even alive? This looks like a picture of someone at their wake. Don't know about this guy. You know what used to be amazing to me is a kid going into the pub, you know, your parents or whatever be there, and you'd obviously getting your crisps and your Coca-Cola, but they would have posters of the GAA All-Stars from the fucking 70s and the 80s, and I was just fascinated. You'd spend a lot of time looking at the faces of these men and their incredible hairstyles. And I don't even know, do they do that anymore? Do they have that in pubs where there's the poster of the All-Stars of the year? But the selection of heads was insane to me. It was like looking at aliens. Look at this fella here. Again, fucked. We don't know what he looks like or who he looks like. That is some jaw. And we don't know. It's like he's going... I can increase my face to be able to replicate that. Another helmet ones. The helmet ones are rubbish.
Defensive squad.
My favorite, I think, were these two. This fella here, who looks like he's on fucking Crime Watch. Crime Line. That was the CCTV footage of him just before he left the bank. Or the shop. With the cash. And he looked up. I love those when you get a criminal who has just realizes the camera on the way out and they fucking look at it and it's the last. That's when they knew it was game over. And this fella here, very, very scary. Uncle Fester, Telly Savalas, probably the best.
Each of the players is rated on...
Dublin Rioter coming out of Foot Locker.
Dog ear here will show her.
With two different shoes. They didn't even get the right size. I wonder did people fucking come out of Foot Locker or whatever it was with like two right shoes or like a size 9 and a size 10. I remember there were people who just left. Some of the rioters had left a Nike Cortez or a fucking Air Max on a pillar in Phoenix Park. So lads had obviously made that trek then, you know, down, where is it, fucking Abbey Street, down all the way to the park, and just decided, you know what, I'm not going to need this shoe, so I'll just leave it in the park.
For a defensive squad, each of the players is rated on 5 different abilities, and I have ability points that I can distribute.
They're rated on hair, jaw, eyeballs, and panache.
Among all the...
Discipline. And a bit of a fucking disparity there. I don't think intelligence would go as high as fucking strength or agility for some of these guys. But that's subjective.
Players, the trick is, of course, I don't have enough...
Just judging by the looks on some of their faces.
Enough abilities to make everybody a star.
Right.
So I have to make certain trade-offs. You can also select your own jersey color if you want, and
these are...
I'm looking forward to the next riot when people, you know, when they're streaming it and stuff like that. People do actually, as Conrad says, they're streaming a crime spree. I think some people got done because they were filming it and putting the video up on YouTube and whatnot. But I'm looking forward to the next time when streaming becomes more, I don't know, common or whatever the word is, ubiquitous, and somebody is doing a live stream of the crime spree, a crime stream, and then they get done off the back of that.
Fictional players. This is not as we saw in Earl Weaver, real NFL.
I think we've been shortchanged here. Some of the names are fantastic. Glyn, thank you very much for the tip. Cork Stopper, Buster O'Plays, Destroyer, Disruptor, Hole Flugger, Can't Shakern, Slacking Hands, Pudo, Captain Crunch, What's the matter you? Daddy Ripper, and No Pass Elsri.
And these are fictional players. This is
not as we saw in Earl
Hole Plugger. That was your man's name. Hole Plugger.
Weaver, real NFL teams.
Right,
Okay.
they are fictional teams. However, all the teams on the disc play out of their own playbook, and that's what I'll show you here next. This is the chalkboard editor, and this is really the hallmark of the product.
Editor.
What it lets you do is design plays for your football team just like a real coach would design. And here are the players here. They can either appear in these symbols, or I can bring down display options here and show them according to their positional abbreviation. I'll load in a play that's already been pre-designed here.
Lovely stuff.
And here's a little flare pass. And if I want to look at all the
it's so exciting.
Positional assignments, I can just click on that.
Just imagine putting this little stratagem to work on the field. How's it going to work out? Does it work when it comes to the crunch?
Defense here just to test it.
And do we have graphics? We have like a little representation of how it plays out.
And then I can just click the button and the players will carry out the actual play. And each of the interactions between the players is calculated in real time, so every time I run the play, it may not run exactly the same way. Because some players miss their instructions, or they slip, or sometimes another player overpowers somebody else. One of the neat features of Playmaker Football is the artificial intelligence feature. When you create your own plays, you save them in a playbook, but the computer doesn't, and this is fine if you're going to call the plays yourself, but if you send your team to a friend and say, try my guys out, the computer's going to be controlling your team.
Struggling here, and Stu is just dignifying his responses with the usual grunts. All right. Okay. All right. But you know that it's beginning to lose. It's gone a little bit slack. I think Stu's going to get out of here very quickly, very soon.
It doesn't know what plays to call in what situations. It just knows there's a whole load of plays here in your playbook. You can describe the actual game situation individually for each down, for each play, by selecting these little boxes here.
So based on what the score is, where we are in the game, how many yards there are to go, where on the ball field you are, it will say, well, Ed would have done this.
Right, would have called this play here. And in addition to that, the real artificial intelligence portion is right over here, where you can tell the computer to sample the results of the play. If it's doing well, it will actually increase the priority.
Is that a fucking image there of a brain? Put your brain to use into the fucking playbook. Save offensive artificial intelligence.
During the game, and it will call the successful plays more often and the unsuccessful plays less
often. So the coach, the computer coach, learns by the plays that work well, he plays more often, and it doesn't work, he doesn't make it as well.
And
all right.
Why don't we go?
Yeah, just let's see can we see a real looking?
We'll see it up here.
Game here for a second.
Okay. Basically, I just bring in two teams that are on the disc here. I'll bring in the Blazers.
And the Misfits.
Now, the crowd boos for them. They're the visitors. And then I'll bring in the Badmen, which is the team I created.
Badmen.
And
criminals.
We have a variety of options here that
They've been let out from prison to play this exhibition match.
But I'm going to make the ball a little bit bigger here. The computer is controlling the Blazers, and I'm going to control the Badmen. And now we're going to get the coin toss here. And I'll be able to choose. I win, so I'll choose receive. So now here are the plays. All the plays that I created have been put in this playbook, and these are the special team plays. I'll say kick return.
Our time clock is ticking down here, Ed. So
time clock.
Oh, there's your kickoff.
There's the kick.
What other kind of clock is there?
Kickoff, and I'll say kick return.
Our time clock is ticking down here, Ed. So
okay, here we go.
Oh, there's your kickoff.
There's the kickoff, and the players are going. He catches the ball. He's running with the ball, and he gets tackled right there. And I get a play by.
It sounded like a cough, that tackle challenge audio.
Running with the ball, and he gets tackled right there. Catches the ball. He's running with the ball, and he gets tackled right there. And I get a play-by-play here, and he gets tackled right there. And
the kickoff was taken by 27 Can't Shake 'em. 0-2 Bob Martin tripped him up. That was kickoff against kick return. The ball was returned 21 yards and is on the 23-yard line.
Get a play-by-play here, and when I want to play the game, basically all I do is select the kind of play, call it.
Yeah, Stu's enthusiasm dwindling.
Play, and it's gone. When I want to play the game, basically all I do is select the kind of play, call the play, and it's gone. And there they go.
So you can play against the computer, play against a friend, and see how.
Or even have the computer play.
Sparks Bright Teeth's pass was incomplete. That was FB Flair L against 4-3 check run. No gain on the play. The ball is on the 23-yard line.
I'll go to Coach Shore. Gentlemen, thank you very much. All right, next, a look at new...
Thank fuck we're out of there. Come on, Stu. Hit us with something good. He's probably saved... You go and save the best to last.
Game Media, the CD-ROM. Go to Coach Shore. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Game Boy. All right, next, a look at new Game Media, the CD-ROM and the modem. We'll be right back. Woo!
Fuck!
Some games like Monopoly and chess are classics, but they never change. In the computer game world, the basic game Nintendo Game Boy. The theme may stay the same, but the way you can play it keeps getting better and better. Here to show us the 5th generation of a classic called King's Quest is Stuart Mulder of Sierra Online.
Is it a mullet? We don't know. Look at that. Curly cable, like a telephone receiver handset curly cable. Which I don't really like this. I think that's not good. I think they should have done something with that, because it's blocking the mouse work, which is an important part of the puzzle here. We get to see his mouse work. And this guy is ready to rock. Another big glasses were de rig back in the day. Everyone loved big Deirdre Barlow glasses, even the fellas. And another mullet. 1991, the early 90s saw the demise of the mullet. I think by 1994, it had become very uncool. Or it had to be tidied up and packaged in a new succinct way, a la Jerry Seinfeld. But the days of this were numbered around this time. These are the last of the Mohicans, these fellas. And the football dude in the last one as well, you know.
The 5th generation of a classic called King's Quest is Stuart Mulder of Sierra Online. Stuart, we all remember the old adventure games. I mean, the painful text entry.
Painful shit.
Even the primitive low-res graphics.
Primitive shit.
I mean, this is another story, isn't it?
It is. For one thing, the old...
Mulder and Scully, and Stuart is not off to a great start. He can't remember what he's talking about, and we can see that.
This is another story, isn't it?
It is. For one thing,
Look at that. And that's a shame that when you have to look up to the sky to remember what's going on. But you're a deer in the headlights. You're on Computer Chronicles, the most watched computer-based show in the world, translated into different languages. You're face-to-face with the god. I'm just going to call him the god.
The old text-driven approach is gone now. In this game, your character is controlled through a series of icons, which you can see at the top of the screen. Everything's done with the mouse. There's no typing at all.
Let's make clear, we're playing...
Lovely, lovely icons. Let's make clear here, we're playing this in real time.
Playing the game now off a CD-ROM, not off magnetic media.
That's correct.
Right? Magnetic media, no floppy disk.
Because of the CD-ROM's storage capacity,
we're able to have great audio, great sound. The storage capacity allows us to implement great audio and so much more that you would have in traditional games that you would say play on a floppy disk. And right here you see we have a cottage by a river and has a few trees, and this is our main character right here, and we're gonna go inside that barnyard, and inside there maybe an animal we'll pick up.
Instead of reading text, you can hear the text spoken to you by real actors.
A small pin. A spotted cow quietly chews her cud.
A spotted cow quietly chews her candy.
Spoken to you by real actors.
A small pin. A spotted cow quietly chews her cud.
A spotted cow quietly chews her curd.
Spoken to you by real actors.
A small pin. A spotted cow quietly chews her cud.
So no little window, but the guy tells you what it is.
Right. And then for main characters, you'll get a little close-up window. For instance, the companion, the owl, is going to speak here in a minute.
Okay.
And then later an owl is going to appear from the belfry of the tower in the building adjacent to the cow building. Once the cow is at its curd, the owl will appear. He will tell you where to go on your quest. Because of the CD-ROM technology, we're able to implement real-life owl sounds. Okay, just shows a little bit of that there. All right, maybe you could play. Can we hear some of that?
Okay.
It's a man doing a lady's voice of the owl. I thought with the CD-ROM he was harping on about how CD-ROM was, you know, going to allow them to do all this cool, crazy stuff. But they've just got an owl with a monocle, and it's a man doing a lady's voice for the owl.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here.
Says Stu at that, not impressed with this cozy little critter. If you're going into town, I will wait here for you.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Having a nasty running with a big dog once, and I feel much safer here.
And you heard Stu go, so he was captivated. Stu was ensconced within. His suspension of disbelief was intact, and he was ready to engage with this owl.
Big dog one town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
The owl's voice was done by Jordan B. Peterson way before he started his tenure as a professor of stuff in Canada.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here. Run-in with a big dog to town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Good stuff.
So this is a lot different than the old ways. All mouse, no typing in words. No, I
All mouse, no typing.
didn't understand what you said.
Exactly. I love it. All gas, no brakes. Stu's version of that. All mouse, no type. This was the era of the mouse. That's why I wanted to see your man's mouse work.
Exactly. That makes the game a lot more accessible to people who couldn't type or didn't want to type.
And obviously great graphics, and look at that. I mean, it's like watching a cartoon on TV.
That's exactly what this is. It's interactive films. This is where you can step in and you control the film, what happens in the story, what your characters do, who they talk to, what they do in the world, and the pacing of the story.
Yeah. All right, so this is King's Quest number 5 on CD-ROM. I want to ask you now about the newest thing, which is the Sierra Network TSN, in which I can actually play a game with somebody else on the Sierra Network who's across the country somewhere.
That's exactly correct.
No fucking way. 1991. You serious?
That can be someone in San Diego, someone in New York, someone here in San Francisco.
Okay, while we were talking, you logged on to TSN, and we've got somebody named Tom in San Diego who we're going to play backgammon with, right?
That's correct.
All right, show me how this works.
Okay.
Bit of backgammon.
Tom's just sent me a little text message.
The Sierra Network, and it's George Lucas who makes another appearance again here, folks, under his online name, Tom Yu. There he is. Lucchesii Immunitas himself. How are you keeping? What's the story? It's great to see you.
Okay.
He's actually taken his first turn, so I'm going to click on the dice.
Okay, so we're blue or gray, whatever it is?
We're gray or white.
Okay.
And I've just rolled double twos, which is a very nice way to start.
So I move those guys up there,
Yeah, I think I'm going to...
Okay.
Okay.
And now Tom is seeing these moves on his computer in San Diego.
That's exactly correct.
Okay, so you got 2 more 2s to go. Oh, good move. All right, Tom is grieving, and now it's Tom's turn.
That's correct.
And we're going to watch his pieces move. Do we see his dice roll?
We'll see him roll in a second.
Okay.
Let me see his dice roll, please.
Okay.
Is there an animation for the dice roll? We'll see it in a minute. Wait, hold your horses, Stu.
Also,
I want to show you some counters moving on the board first.
Can at any time type in taunts.
There's his dice roll.
And there we go. Did you see that? Liquid dice.
Also, the
die is cast.
Can at any time type in taunts.
There's his dice roll. He did a
3 and a 1.
So he gets back on. So he's thinking about where to go. He takes his 1, and then he's got his 3 to go somewhere. That is really like playing backgammon with another guy right in front of you, isn't it? I mean, it's a really board. Let me ask you, we only have about a little bit of time left. You have a kind of neat thing where whoever's on this network has a personal profile up there, and I can actually see what they look like and see what their interests are. Can you just show me how you get into that real quick?
Okay, what we'd have to do is go on out
Sorry, Tom, you'll have to wait a minute.
Let's lead the game.
Yeah.
Stu just apologizing to Tom there.
What we're going to see here is all the people.
Twisted! Thank you very much there, Larry. Schlug, how are we? I'm very late to the stream, but sure, look, don't worry, you can always watch it back. You always just go into playlists on the channel to see any of the streams that have been done here.
People that are online right now.
And if I want to decide who to play with.
Right, so I might look at Tom
Look
V.
at Tom.
Okay.
And that's actually his picture.
This is very wizened-looking 28-year-old there, Tom. As we do know, it is not Tom, it is George Lucas. His hobbies and interests are listed as well: art, baseball, and fishing.
This is what Tom looks like, at least how he
And
chooses to look.
His skill level in the different games.
Exactly correct.
That's great. Well, games are changing, aren't they, Stuart?
They sure are.
Thank you very much. That's our look at computer games. Stay tuned now for this week's computer news.
Lovely stuff. Who's going to do it? Janelle Stelson, Janelle Patterson, or Stu himself? Sometimes Stu like to take those reins and really drive the fucking news. Random access news piece himself.
On Random Access.
Yes. Random access.
In the random access
It's Maria Gabriel.
file this week, a special baseball edition with reviews of the newest and best baseball simulation software. If you're really serious about baseball, Miller Associates has a whole family of programs that let you do everything from manage your own team to actually draft players from a real database of minor leaguers. There are no graphics in this game, but the results are realistic and the game does come
Maldonado's head.
with audio play-by-play. If you like swinging the bat yourself, Electronic Arts has come out with an even
Thank you very much there. Escape from Palace Kenry. Thank you very much. And
better version of
Baseball 2 on the PC.
Earl Weaver Baseball.
Oh, we've just seen it. Earl Weaver, there was probably a backhander going on here. There's been a lot of coverage for Earl Weaver on this edition. We don't need to see it in random access. We've had a fully fledged, in-depth analysis of the game itself.
This newest edition includes a feature called The Director, which actually follows the field action and automatically changes shots, TV style. A new entry is Tony La Russa's Ultimate Baseball from SSI.
Oh, God, more of this.
Here, you can manage a real team through the entire season. You can also buy expansion discs, which let you play in
Tony La Russa's Ultimate Baseball Classic Stadiums disc, Great Teams disc, NL Stadiums disc, AL, and Fantasy Manager disc. The Ultimate Expansion Packs available as well.
Classic ballparks, manage famous teams of the past.
Bit of a dark and chilling picture on the front of the box there. Whose decision was it to place this over the right side of his face?
Past or draft Hall of Famers to improve your team. Accolade has just come out with Hardball 3, the latest version of its best-selling baseball
it's just
game.
Fucking baseball. It's just baseball edition of Random Access.
Plus the ability to import teams from other baseball games like Earl Weaver or Tony La Russa. For the Macintosh, there is Micro League Baseball, the Manager's Challenge. This is really more a manager's game like APBA Baseball, where you're in charge of strategy, not actual play. And if you're a Los Angeles Dodgers fan, there is a quick play option that gets the whole game over with in 1 minute, so you can get back in your car.
They were probably shit back then. LA Dodgers. You can get back in your car.
Finally, a brief look at the overall software titles for the past week. As has been the trend lately, operating systems and utilities dominate with
WinFax Pro for Windows, WinSpeed, Procom Plus, After Dark, always in the charts. Always in the charts, never not in the charts.
Procom Plus and WordPerfect, the only real mainstream applications in the top 10. That's it for this week's Computer Chronicles. I'm Maria Gabriel.
Bit of a fucking fluff on the name there, is it?
That's it for this week.
Gabriel. Gabriel, just say Gabriel. There was a...
It's Computer Chronicles. I'm Maria Gabriel.
Bit of a delayed reel there on that final syllable.
Computer Chronicles has been made possible in part by Cardinal Technologies, makers of the PC-10 personal computer, IBM compatibility, and a small footprint integrated unit.
I like that shot there. You've got the satin cloth and then man with computer box and monitor. What's he doing behind that cloth? Look at the way it's kind of, it doesn't fall flat onto the crushed velvet or whatever it is. And we already get a shot of it. So we've already had a shot at the whole fucking package. The whole ball game
by
is there.
Cardinal Technologies,
Why
makers
do
of
we
the
need to
PC 10
see the man placing it down after that?
personal computer, IBM compatibility, and a small footprint integrated unit.
But
Cardinal
it works. It's cumbersomely
computer-
placed on the crushed velvet.
IBM compatibility, and a small footprint integrated unit. Cardinal Technologies, computers designed and manufactured in the USA. And by PC Connection and Mac Connection.
Maybe it is Stu. Maybe Stu did the
IBM
shot.
compatibility
That's Stu's hands there. And Stu's had to wear many different hats. Producer, presenter, writer, executive fucking editor or whatever. And now he's the man who places the box onto the crushed velvet cloth in the studio.
Small footprint integrated unit. Cardinal Technologies, computers designed and manufactured in the USA.
Maybe not crushed velvet, maybe velour.
And by PC Connection and Mac Connection, mail order software and hardware peripherals for the PC and the Macintosh. And the Software Publishers Association, providers of educational materials to help manage software. Don't copy that floppy.
Video cassette copies of this program are available. Computer Chronicles also publishes a companion newsletter containing details on products demonstrated, plus background information on program topics. To order a video cassette or a subscription to the newsletter, call 1-800-366-9484 or write Computer Chronicles. Please specify program subject for tapes. All orders include a free software program for auditing software use.
Beautiful stuff. Absolutely fantastic. And some suggestions here, more Computer Chronicles. Epstein in a pimp suit. A video with 2.6 million views titled Epstein Follow the Money. And we won't be watching any of this shit because we already have our selection med. Oh, just need to chalk this one down. We need to click our watched checkbox. Lovely little addition. Viper Chronicles. Watched. Beautiful stuff. And then I noticed there as well, he's referenced, we know there's a reference to the Kron's tracker. There's a feedback box, which I've never clicked. You can just give him feedback. Your message is not sent to Francis Higgins or any of his relatives. I never knew this fucking existed. We have also a GitHub, so you can see how he made the fucking thing. I might even just look at this, because I would like to learn how to make a website. So maybe if I got this, I'd see how the whole nuts and bolts of this website are working together to create the Viper Chronicles. Well done. Thank you very much there, Anonymous, for the tip. And Stephen O'Carroll. Any words of wisdom or advice for me? My barber messed up my haircut. Look, the haircut is always it can be a tricky situation, okay? You might need to give it a week before you go out in public. You need to give it a week to deal with the trauma of what's gone on there. But I wish you all the best, and I just hope against hope that you still have the enthusiasm for life in you. It will come back. It will come back. And here we have Netcafe 1999, performing arts on the web. It could be shit. The internet has a reputation as an escape, an escape from real life. Okay? On the contrary, it's hugely popular among people who have interests well beyond their lives online. An example of this would be the various performing arts. Writers, critics, actors, musicians, and fans of performance have created a wide variety of guests, a wide variety of great sites, geared towards sharing their love of the arts. Let's go. Hopefully the audio is not cack. It's very quiet. Needs to be cranked up a few notches. How's it sounding there? I'll crank it up a few decibels and then you'll need to let me know how it sounds. Advanced audio property, Elgato there, yeah, that's that. Then we fucking pump that up to about 7 or 8 dB. It's not too bad. It just needs turning up, I think. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll leave it at 8 there and then done. And this is a great title. Maybe another decibel. We'll fucking give it 10. There we have the Golden Gate Bridge. Haryuken! Cybersmith! Look at this Chafé's Net Cafe. There was no doubt about who was behind this. Who was the shadowy figure pulling the string? Who's the marionette, the operator of the puppets, the puppet master? Virtual doctor, cyber privacy. And then you've got, obviously, this Macintosh media player or window. You have the trolley, the carousel of San Francisco tourists. Cybersmith. Compete with the best. That lady there, look. The angle on her head. Really engaging with the monitor. Again, ensconced in mahogany. And look at the size of those speakers. Huge. Like fucking pillars. Online jobs. Cyber Hollywood. Cool homepages. E-commerce. Web science. Voyeurism online. Strange inclusion there on the list of stuff. Virtual zoo. Cyber chat. Safe kids. Online shopping. Sex online. Immediately after we've seen Safe Kids. Cyber news. Web radio. Money on the web. Card slot. Fucking PC with a card swipe slot box on the side. Internet.
This week at the Net Cafe, the performing arts on the web.
How does that sound? Oh, will you persevere that? Will you tolerate that sound?
This week at the Net Cafe, the performing arts on the web. Meet Diana Sunshine, her website for the...
It's grand. It's a bit quiet. Okay, it sounds very digital. Is it fucking shit, is it? Shall I bother with this? Should we leave it? Sounds like a robot. Very tinny. Okay, let's have a look there and see if we can do something else with it. What about this?
San Francisco.
Fuck. Sorry about that.
Is the perfect way to understand Puccini.
How about that Puccini?
Or even Wagner. This is the Drama Exchange website.
Loud but good. It's better, yeah? Good stuff. Thank you very much.
This is the Drama Exchange website. One way to get your unpublished play up on the net. Tom Torillia loves to play the accordion.
Lovely stuff. We've got a squeeze box in the house. Look the way he's gesticulating with that squeeze box. Squeeze box known as Tom.
This is the Drama Exchange website. One way to get your unpublished play up on the net. Tom Torillia loves to play the accordion, and he has created the ultimate website for accordion.
A Tommy box.
If you're into computer art forms, robots, and people interacting, check out this performance website, EIU. Crows.org. And meet Lisa Garth. She loves the rock band Counting Crows.
Haha.
She's created a website to prove it. The Performing Arts on the Web coming up next.
Performing arse, and they're double dipping with this fella here. They've dispensed with the black and white CCTV, and they've just gone for another fella up in the rafters filming the lads. Kind of fits in well with that voyeuristic vibe that they're teeing up in the opening credits. Thank you very much there, Mr. McIntosh, for the tip there. Have you seen the '94 film Blank Check and the related Kiss controversy? I haven't, but I'll definitely have a few little recommendations I'm going to have to look back at after the stream. This will be the last little piece of media for this evening. I'll definitely look back at some of your suggestions and try and get to grips with them at a later date. Net Cafe.
Made possible in part by BigStar.com, with thousands of videos and DVDs for the whole family. Digital support by TechWeb for up-to-the-minute technology news. And by TVA, Television Associates, bridging worlds of computers and video with DVD authoring and MPEG encoding services.
Hi, and welcome to the Net Cafe. We're here at Club I in San Francisco. This week we're talking
Club I? The fuck is Club I?
performing arts to the Net Cafe. We're here at Club I in San Francisco. This week we're talking about performing arts online. We're going to start with the world of opera, but don't go away if you're not an opera fan. You may learn something about how to promote your favorite cultural activity on the web. Andrew is with a marketing expert who's doing this very well.
Oh, we're the classic agnostic
Wow, look
guys.
at Andrew's hair. Thank you very much there, Paddy the Daddy. Very, very kind of you for the tip there. Good to see you back, Francis. Hope Connor is over the Japanese jet lag. Haven't heard from him, but I think he's back in the country. That's all I have heard. Thank you very much for the tip. And Andrew here, really rocking a swish, swash, buckling Barnet. And it's a great little link back. I love these little transitions as well. Wow. Boom. And if that's a great little shout from the director to tell Andrew to look over your shoulder there when you start the link. Different times. There's no way that was a real-time switcheroony.
Cultural activity on the web. Andrew is with a marketing expert who's doing this very well.
Dan Sunshine, you're from the San Francisco Opera, and when you think of opera and the internet,
When you think about opera, you're thinking what? Puccini, Germans, but you don't tend to think about the Net Cafe community.
hard to imagine the two going together. I've never really been to the opera. I'm sort of a newbie to the whole thing. You guys have a very comprehensive site.
It's very quiet, says Jim Jam. Is it very quiet? Is the... People are saying turn it up now. Okay, I'll crank it up. Very quiet.
Think of opera and the internet. It's sort of hard to imagine the two going together.
That's as loud as it can go. I think the audio is scuffed.
I've never really been to the opera. I'm sort of a newbie to the whole thing. You guys have a very comprehensive site. Tell me how the opera and the internet got together.
It's fucking muffled.
Okay, well, we always say that
Diana Sunshine. Good morning, sunshine. Sorry, before we go on, I just need to iron out the audio fucking creases here. Pineapple says stick your left earphone on, it's grand. Does that mean that there is nothing coming through on the right? It's just on the left, is that it? Fucking, is it still set to mono? It's not, Jamie, it's not. Look, this is for the real G's. I'm not gonna fucking stick around doing this for 10 minutes now. There's people here. I'm persevering it. I can hear it. It's fine for me.
it's together,
And that's all that matters.
and the internet does the same thing. And so it's natural that we would want to have our product out on the World Wide Web. Our general director,
Try to imagine, yeah, it is 1999, and this is the audio fidelity you've been dealt. We're watching this show on the internet They wanted us to make it feel like it was on the internet with this computer screen player, QuickTime player aesthetic, and that's what we've got, and that's why we're here.
And the internet does the same thing, and so it's a natural that we would want to have our product out on the World Wide Web. Our general director, Matthew Mansouri, is a man who believes that opera is for everybody, and he's a real populist through the core.
Right, so this is really bringing it to potentially a global audience.
Oh, definitely.
Online. So how popular is the site? Have you found people?
I would say it's very popular. It's one of these sites where we obviously built it so we could educate people by giving them a breadth and depth of information about opera. So it's for the beginner like yourself.
Don Giovanni.
See what operas we're doing, maybe learn a story or so. It also goes for our experts because then they can come in and read articles, listen to music, and get to know the opera more. And it's been very successful because as soon as we built it, as soon as we put our ticketing function on there, we realized that people were not just coming to look at the opera, they're also coming to buy tickets. And I think in the last year, we sold about $1.5 million worth of tickets on the internet. And my joke is that if we were an internet company, we would have, a multiple 50 and we'd be, publicly traded on the, NASDAQ.
So you're saying even in the opera world, there's
NASDAQ.
No, we are an opera company.
Okay, let's stick with the sort of newbie, say someone like myself. Opera, you hear the music, but it's hard to see the visuals unless you actually go. I think your site has done a good job of bringing that visual element in there as well. Tell me sort of some of the areas that really bring that out.
Part of it is obviously just getting beautiful pictures of opera on stage.
Oh, beautiful Helga Dernesh.
We do.
Beautiful Renee Collo and Eva Martin.
On every page, we have more than one visual. We also...
Das Rheingold.
Bring the music, as you were saying, so there's live clips. The other thing that we do is that we have interviews from our artistic staff talking about different things in the opera, how we do costumes, how we do stage management, how you call a show. And so that lets someone who's a real newcomer understand how many people it takes to make opera on stage and make it accessible to everybody. The other thing that we added that was actually kind of interesting this year was that virtual view from your seat to what the stage.
I want to sit here, please. When does the show start?
Get off the fucking stage! Get off the fucking stage! Get off the fucking stage! Can you hear me? Can you hear me down the back?
Looks like so that when you are buying your tickets, you can actually see where you'd be sitting and then decide is it a good deal or not.
Right, so you're using some sort of 3D technology to show people the actual concert hall and where they can sit.
Wow.
Costumes and things like that on there as well.
So, yeah, three-dimensional kind of view.
San Francisco Opera's virtual views. To see these virtual views, you will need QuickTime 3.0 or greater. You can get QuickTime by clicking here. Party guest costume from La Traviata. War Memorial Opera House seating.
That allows you to...
A beautiful dress.
That Higgins isn't simple.
I'm a beautiful opera lady. I have no arms. Boys in Berlin, thank you for the tip.
Well, Francis, hope you're keeping well. Good to see you back streaming. Give a shout out to Dave and the lads in Berlin on a mad one. All the best there, lads in Berlin. Look after each other. Okay? Make sure you don't fucking go too hard on it. And just remember, always, always make sure you've got arms when you're wearing a beautiful opera lady's dress. Continue.
Kind of see a costume from all dimensions. And that actually is something that we did as a test, and it's worked very well, and we're going to kind of roll it out a lot more.
Like that 3D, three-dimensional drag around. You can drag and drop the dress around.
Now, okay, real quick here. You guys have a show coming up, The Ring.
The Ring.
The Ring. And you guys have developed a whole comprehensive site.
Wagner's Ring.
Exactly. Well, The Ring, this Nibelungen is a huge opera. They call it like the Star Wars of opera. It's 4 operas. Overall, it takes about a week to do the whole thing, and it's 18 hours worth of opera. So For some neophytes, you can call it the March Madness of opera. For other ones, it's the Star Wars of opera. And it's a very international draw. People will come from all over the world. So
Lord of the Rings. Apparently it goes on for a long time. I don't know. I don't have any interest in it.
You have to be on the internet for this because people can then book their travel reservations, they can buy their tickets, they can learn more about the opera, and they can get out to San Francisco. And so we had DSW, which is Donald Smith and White.
Great, here we go. The Rhine Maidens. Woglind. Welgund. Sorry, we'll try and get that. This is my karaoke bouncing ball. As the Rhine Maidens Woglind, Welgund and Flosshild frolic in the waters of the Rhine. Audio. An ugly Nibelung. I just need to... What the fuck is a Nibelung? An ugly Nibelung, Albric, climbs up to a rocky ledge to watch them and to lure them into his grasp. The sirens elude and mock him, and he curses in fury. When mysterious light begins to radiate through the waters, the sisters explain that it emanates from the gold in their charge. When forged into a ring, the gold promises world domination. Since the magic to forge the ring can only be obtained by one who renounces love, the Rhine Maidens do not fear that the lusty dwarf will steal it. Forswearing love, Alberic tears into the gold loose and scrambles away, leaving the nymphs to lament their loss. Fucking dirty, dirty, lusty dwarf.
Create a whole new site for us just about the ring. And I think
It's all about the ring with these guys. Mail the enclosed order form to San Francisco Opera Ring Cycle, 301 Van Ness Avenue, San Fran, Cal. Or fax it to 625-1729, okay? That's 626-1729. If you fax your order, please do not also mail your order, okay? We don't want to be double dipping.
15% of our revenue model. That as soon as we made that site available for people to buy tickets, that first day, I think our first ticket was from Stockholm or something like that.
Stockholm! You're fucking serious. Is she seriously referring to Stockholm as Stockholm? Please tell me she did.
That site available for people to buy tickets. That first day, I think our first ticket was from Stockholm or something.
Beautiful stuff. Kiki Stockholm.
Like that. That's available for people to buy tickets. That first day, I think our first ticket was from Stockholm or something like that.
Let's just reiterate there, Dara Darmody, thank you very, very much there. Can you create us a jam with Netcafe samples? Well, I can, but will I do that? And will I do it now during this? I don't think it's a tall, tall order. I don't think we will, Dara, but thank you very much for your tip. But just to hammer home there, stock hammer home, that Swedish people don't even refer to Stockholm as Stockholm. I think I'm right in saying that.
That site available for people to buy tickets. That first day, I think our first ticket was from Stockholm or something like that.
Well, I may make the ring my first.
It's not a really good first opera, but you can if you want to. I'd recommend Love and Lamp.
It's not a good... So did she just poo-poo the entire ring?
A really good first opera.
I may make the ring my first.
It's not a really good first opera.
Bad PR work there. Never, ever. First rule is to always hype up your fucking product. Whether or not it's a first, it doesn't matter. Get the fucking bums on seats. Punters into the house. Tickets. Cash. And what about this at the background here? We've got a fucking Blair Witch Project style fella in the background there. Josh, or whatever his name was. I hope he's okay. I hope he's okay. He's got the Michael Jackson socks and shoes going on. And the floor, let's just say the floor is so buffed and polished that even at this minor resolutory resolution, we can see the reflection of that man's shoes and socks. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable stuff. And this is Club Remember, we're not in Cybersmith. The titles are lying to you. This is Club S or something.
But you can if you want to. I'd recommend Lava Lamp.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you, Diana. Going to the opera.
I recommend what? Lava Lamp.
For URLs of today's featured websites, just go to the NetCafe site at cnbtv.com.
One of the great things about the internet, of course, is virtually anybody can create a website and build a community around any particular cultural interest, no matter how weird or obscure it may be. And I don't mean to suggest that accordion music is either weird or obscure.
Lovely little save there from Stu, because we were just, you know, in a bit of a dark space there, in a dark cul-de-sac of speculation about what kind of weird shit goes on the internet, and then we have to go into fucking accordion Tom. But Stu saved it.
Or obscure it may be. And I don't mean to suggest that accordion music is either weird or obscure. I know some people love it, some people don't like the sound of accordion. Tom, you're obviously not one of those guys. You are Mr. Accordion, right? Yes. You're the creator of the LadyOfSpain.com website, which is all about the accordion. First of all, let's
The Lady of Spain.
The last day for Tom's
Thank you very
hot
much for the
dogs.
tip there.
Get
well,
them while you can.
Hope you're fucking getting
Yeah.
well. How's the
Today's
foot? Well,
the
I was
last
speaking
day
to
for
Tommy earlier. He said it's grand, but he said he had a sep bladder, and hopefully that's going to be rectified by the next week.
Find the URL for people who may not know why Lady of
The doctor gave him some pills, and he said that it's fine now. And it's been a while. Yeah, thank you very much for the tip.
Lady of Spain is the most...
My last stream, I think, was Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty playthrough. And I didn't, as I said before, I was so immersed in the game that I didn't even realize I was streaming for vast swathes of it. It really was one for the hardcore. It's for people who don't mind, who want to laugh as well at the insane dialogue and story twists. And there's more of that on the 28th of August when they reissue Metal Gear. I'm not sure whether or not I'll play I'm not going to play the Snake Eater on stream before Delta comes out. I might play it on my own time. I just fear going into it blind and then getting stuck on a boss battle. And then people saying, oh my god, man, you're shit. It's so embarrassing. The Metal Gear Rex battle from Metal Gear, when I played that on PlayStation emulator there a few months ago, it took me so long that I started to feel embarrassed. But look, it was a long time since I played it, so you forget how to fucking win these battles, you know? Tom Tariglia is here now. Tupo, thank you very, very much for the tip. Streaming just as the 48-hour film contest begins in Philadelphia. I'll catch you in the VODs, you cheeky pappy chulo. Dare say I'm glad to see you back. Thank you very much for the tip. Here's Tom, the Squeezebox Tariglia.
Website, which is all about the accordion. First of all, let's explain the URL for people who may not know why LadyOfSpain.com.
Lady of Spain is the most famous song associated with the accordion. It was popularized by Ticantino.
Okay. Is that because that's that part where you go like this?
I think
What's going on, Stu?
popularized by Ticantino.
Okay. Is that because that's that part where you go like this?
I think it just
People before Lady of Spain.
Lovely. I love it. And I love he's maintaining solid eye contact with Stu. Imagine how that feels to look into Tom Tariglio's eyes like that while he's doing this. And Kevin Smith of Clerks fame just eyeballing from behind a monitor in the background. That's the part. That's it right there. Stu knows his squeeze. People fucking love that bit.
Some people just think it's
Look at him. Look at him vibrating. Tom Tariglio has to vibrate his own body in order to achieve that sonic effect from the squeezy boxy. Vibrato is right, Jake. Pump up the squeeze box. Uh-huh.
Now, what is it about the accordion?
He's got a very Rick Moranis vibe about him.
Now, what is it about the accordion? Some people just think it's the most god-awful sound, and other people just think it's the most...
Easy, Stu.
Twisted.
Twisted. Johnny C. loves Bulmers. Thank you very much. Shout out to Johnny drinking pints in Limerick tomorrow. Not even tonight. And look at this. Tom needs to fucking quench any sort of disdain which might have been leveled towards the squeeze box.
Now, what is it about the accordion? Some people just think it's the most god-awful sound.
What a heartbreaking fucking moment to have Stu say that. To even say that some people think like that. That would break my fucking heart as Tom Terriglio. Other people like you think it's brilliant. So Stu sometimes has little tact, even though I look at him as a communication lizard. A man who gets the job done. Body language is insane. Orb work. He invented orb work. He is the orb. The orb. Orbital. But he's just said that some people think it's a fucking awful sound. Other people like you think it's great.
Now, what is it about the accordion?
Glyn says he knows what he's doing. In this situation, maybe Stu knows what he's doing. Maybe he's ruffling the feathers of Terriglio to get a reaction. You know, often you see presenters and fucking hawks of broadcasting. They know how to push buttons. And right now, Tom's got a load of buttons on a squeeze box. And he better be careful, Stu, because Tom might start doing that vibrato move on him again. And then Stu will just fucking melt.
Some people just think it's the most god-awful sound, and other people like you just think it's the most wonderful instrument. Why is there a fight over this?
No, I don't really know. It's really kind of a divided camp.
Yeah.
But I've found that when I say to people, you gotta play the accordion, oh my God, it is. But then when I play it for them, they just kind of go, hey, wow, that's really kind of neat. Gee, I never really thought of the accordion. Wow, you're doing that kind of music. You can play that with the accordion. You know, play a tango or something. Right. Hey, wow, that's right. That's an accordion. And then you see their eyes light up. They get a big smile.
All right, so let's go to the website.
I cut him off, Stu, cut him off. All right. Easy there, Tom. You've had enough time now. Congratulations. You finally made it here. Accordion can take care of all your accordion relate.
Play a tango or something. Right. People go, hey, wow, that's right. That's an accordion. And then you see their eyes light up. They get a big smile.
All right, so let's go to the website now.
Beautiful, beautiful cut-off point there.
Seeing their eyes light up, they get a big smile.
All right, so let's go to the website now. You put together this
Shut up. Shut up in there, will you?
website just for the accordion. All right, so let's go to the website now. You put together this website just for...
I just seen someone say Euro 2000. Millennium. Euro 2000. Did Tom play at the European Soccer Championships Euro 2000? Which was in Holland and Belgium, if I remember correctly. Thank you very much there, Terriglia, for the tip.
I wanted to know about the accordion, and more or less, depending on where you're coming from. Was the idea sort of to get you guys together because, I mean, there's kind of...
Lovely, lovely picture of Tom
Was the idea
there with his squeeze box. Lovely stuff. I wonder where this comes from, the accordion. Is it a... I feel as though it's a kind of Romanian... That part of the world, you know? But that's because sometimes you do see Romanians play. Or is it an Irish thing? I'd be very, very embarrassed now if it was made in Ireland. I don't think it is, though. It's a Slav thing.
you guys together because, I mean, there's kind of a prejudice in a way against some of these accordions. This is one place for people who love the accordion to go and find whatever they need.
Actually not. It's more for people who, of course, accordion aficionados
Size of the straps and the padding as well. It looks really, really comfortable.
Specific information they can buy and sell.
Get lessons, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, but it's also for people who may they can buy and sell.
Get lessons, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing, but it's also for people who may have heard accordions peripherally, know about accordions, places where they can go and check the accordion out. I've got history of the accordion.
Clips on there. We can listen to pieces of.
We got it all. Stu's face there, look.
Clips on there. We can listen to
Piece of meat. Pieces of meat. You've got audio clips on there. You've listened to pieces of meat. Jim Jam, thank you very much. Watch Stu's eye here. Watch the eye on the right. Look at that. Oi! Yeah. 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 Squints. I've never seen that one before. That's a collector's item. Stank face, which is the face that real jazz musicians, when they hit a nice little fucking groove. I think Stu he's his own jazz improv merchant of the interview realm. I think Stu is doing some stank face because he knows this interview is popping off big time. And he's in the pocket, so to speak.
History of the accordion.
clips on there. We can listen to pieces of.
Kind of. I also sponsor National Accordion Awareness Month. So there's a lot of there's a lot of information about that. So it's a good place for people just to find out about the accordion, what's going on in the world of accordion.
Okay, now there's a little bit of history to the accordion in San Francisco. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, there's really quite a bit. Around the turn of the century, there were at one time.
Eddie TV. Thank you very much for the tip there. The timing of the stream is most amazing. I literally just had an arts grant proposal accepted, and that's just 1,000,000% aligned with this video. I'm freaking out. All the best. Thank you very, very much for the tip there, and congratulations with your proposal and your grant. Eddie Grant will be on to you in the morning.
About 8 accordion manufacturers in North Beach. Wow, all making the accordion. And
is there sort of an Italian accordion thing? I know we tend to think of, what is it, concertina or something?
Yeah, we think of it.
I think Stu is thinking of a little, the monkey with 2 cymbals there.
An accordion thing, I know we tend to think of, what is it, concertina or something?
Yeah, we think of the concertina, but a lot of the Italian immigrants came and settled in North Beach, brought the technology with them.
Someone getting their jacket off in the background there. It's a heavy, heavy bit of business is going down with the cyber nerds in the background. Sweat. The room is hot.
So the accordion became really quite popular in San Francisco. And in fact, the right side of the accordion, this is probably the most famous type of accordion, the piano accordion.
He's going to stand up for a bit before he sits back down. Just to let a little bit of air get to his armpits, maybe. And look at this guy's face. He's a great, great performer. And you feel safe when he's explaining what's going on.
Now, where does your love for the accordion come from? I mean, this is your life. You got the website, you got the accordion, you do the whole bit.
Where does it come from? And he's already said that some people say it's the worst sound ever. Glyn, thank you very much for the tip.
What's the special passion here?
Well, I just think that number one is love of music and it's love of playing music. And when I wanted to take music lessons, I thought the accordion was just like a portable organ, I guess. So you can do anything.
Exactly.
It's really versatile when it comes to the types of music that you can play. It's got a really unique sound, obviously a really unique look.
Right.
I just thought it was the hippest thing going, so I said, all right,
before we end up now.
Cut him off again there.
I just thought it was the hippest thing going, so I said, all right,
before we end up now, first of all, the website again is ladyofspain.com for people who want to find out about the accordion. You not only play the accordion, but you play with another guy. You call yourselves Bellows and Blades, or Blades and Bellows?
There's a couple, there's Bellows and Blades, and
A fucking rollerblading accordion squeeze box duo in San Francisco. Only in San Francisco, I think, would you get this. Polka dot pants, Pair of fucking clown-looking lads with blades, and that's a disaster waiting to happen. How would you get insurance to do this? Do you know? Imagine fucking playing the accordion and then falling over and scraping your fucking chin and face off a step. And then you've got this fucking creepazoid. No offense, but you look fucking weird, man. No offense. I'm scared of you.
And you play the accordion on rollerblades while you're skating.
Yes, can you believe that?
No, I can't. Would you just wind up here and just give us a little bit of that and just show us how in the world you can do that?
Oh, he's got him on! Woo!
Would you just wind up here and just give us...
This, what a reveal. Stuart, the master of mise-en-scène. He has created, it was subverting our expectations there for a moment, because I was thinking, yeah, but I mean, he's gonna play it, Stu. He's already fucking played it. There's no way they're gonna let the fucker skate around an internet cafe playing the bastard. And it is. It's gonna happen right here, right now. What a scary reveal as well. Reminds me of the character Fat Man from Metal Gear last month, or 2 months ago.
Just show us how in the world you can do that.
The guy, the mad crazy bomber, who drank wine and rollerbladed around. Look at this. That's the reveal. Stu is just there in a little corner, a little alcove of the internet cafe. We've camera op 1, camera op 2 over here.
We also know there
Thank
are
you
no
very much there,
unknowns. That is to say,
Tariglia.
we know there's some things we do not know.
LadyofSpain.com is still going strong. Gallery section is gold. Brilliant stuff. The Tariglia Chronicles. I'm glad that we have uncovered that. And it's the kind of thing you only get at 1:20 of a Saturday morning. A man wearing real tight rollerblades, red laces, and he's about to fucking go for a spin. Imagine the sound and sight of an accident. It would be something to witness, would it not? They're cutting away, they're cutting away. Oh my god. Wasn't great, was it? It didn't live up to expectations. Maybe when it's a duo, maybe they can do like crisscrossing and it's a little dance. But that fell flat, unfortunately. How come they're not using the footage from the 2 camera ops? I tell you why. Because it looked awkward and it didn't look good. And Stu has to try. He is a professional, but he is trying his best here not to reveal his true feelings.
URLs of today's featured
URLs.
Just go to the Net Cafe site at cmtv.com. While the web is a tool for promoting various traditions...
Stuart Chaffee. Stuart_Chaffee. As if we don't know who you are, man. You're the only reason we're here.
Forms of art is also becoming a sort of art medium in its own. Some people are using the web as part of their way of expressing art.
Way.
Does just that.
Where the fuck is Twisted? Where's she?
With several groups that
Hopefully they didn't get rid of Twisted in '99.
are doing things that are, I would guess, called social experiments that involve art and technology, combining them together to create quite a spectacle. One of those is the Survival Research Labs, pretty notorious group here in San Francisco. Can you kind of give me an idea of what they're all about and some of the performances that they put on?
Sure. Survival Research Labs was sort of a loose-knit group of basic performance artists and techno wizards that was founded by Mark Molina in the late 70s.
Eric Paulos. Dangerous territory. Sorry, just need to hold up there and check out the Lady of Spain website. Still going strong. And here he is, Tom Tariglia, still at it, I hope. He's even given his own phone number and WhatsApp out. That's dangerous stuff, Tom. Tariglia, I beg your pardon, I pronounced it wrongly, is a multi-Grammy nominated. Records, blah, blah, blah. Keyboards, guitar. Tom forms the Italian-American band Bella Ciao. An oldies band, Gold Lame. A wedding band, Stardust. A 10-piece accordion band, Those Darn Accordions. And a polka band known as the Squeegees. Tom is the world's foremost composer of Italian-American music. That's a lofty claim. A musical genre that has been trying to reinvigorate over the past 20 years. When was this wrote? Is this 20 years now or 20 years back in 1999? He has recorded 3 albums. Legends of the Italian Lounge, Festivus Italiano, and none other than Antipasto Rock that contain many new classic Italian songs. Tom's The Pasta Song was re-recorded and used for 3 straight years at Carrabba's restaurant. National TV commercial. Another one of his many food-related songs, the Cannoli Song, can be heard at the website of the Brooklyn Cannoli Company. Over the years, he has written and recorded rock, pop, polka, and even Christmas songs. The power of rock. Thank you very much for the tip. Where's the gallery here? We've been told the gallery is an interesting piece of the site. It looks good. Let's just see if we can play one of the songs while we're looking through the gallery to give it that feel, that zest, that vibe. And you know, it's about pasta, it's about food. It's Italians, they love the food. The Pasta Song. Please don't be a 404 error.
I think it's nearly supper time. I'm gonna pour myself some wine and sit down to a big plate of pasta tonight.
Introducing Carrabba's signature pasta meals, starting at just $10.
Pasta meals. Carrabba's pasta meals. $10 is a great value meal.
And topped with our signature sauces, created from scratch every day. A complete Italian meal starts at just $10.
I want pasta tonight.
Only at Carrabba's.
I want pasta tonight. Pasta tonight. Where's it gone? I closed the fucking thing. Close the tab. Lady of Spain. Spain.com. What? Ladyofspain.com. Now it's saying your connection is not private when you visit Lady of Spain. Didn't tell me that before. Ladyofspain.com. So what if Tariglia is trying to get my data here? Advanced. Proceed to ladyofspain.com. Unsafe. The server could not prove that ladyofspain.com. We've just visited it. Why is it telling me this now? Its security certificate expired 828 days ago. This may be caused by misconfiguration or an attacker intercepting your connection. Unless that guy who tipped me, the ladyofspain.com, hurriedly and quickly made that site and you're trying to get my info. But you'd have to have worked very fucking hard. But you hear about it now, don't you, with the AI and the vibe coding? Someone could have just vibe coded a Terriglio-based website. But how would you have got all that shit? How would you have done the YouTube video and everything? Forget about it. It's not happening. Your computer's clock is currently set to Saturday, 16th August. Does that look right? If not, you should correct your system's clock and then refresh the page. Bad vibes coding. Anti-pasta activity. Proceed. I'm going to click proceed. And I've proceeded. And Tom, don't fuck us, Tom, because you're on a stream. Not secure. Lady of Spain. Legends of the Italian Lounge. The cannoli song can be heard. Let's have a look at that. Open in a new tab, please. Page not found, 404 error. Well, look, you win some, you lose some. And in that case, we lost some. You've been Terriglio'd. We've got Terriglio rolled. Doesn't work. Just a little bit more text before we move on. Tom came up with the idea and spearheaded the effort to make the accordion San Francisco's official musical instrument. The measure passed in 1990. Tom is the sponsor of the National Accordion Awareness Month, which is June. Tom's efforts in promoting the accordion have seen him featured in People magazine, the New York Times, Chicago Tribune, San Francisco Chronicle, and countless other newspapers, both domestically and internationally, and TV stations / programs, including ESPN, Good Morning America, NBC, CBS, CNN, etc. On a non-musical note, Tom is a total grammar geek, adjunct professor of American Business English, business ESL instructor, author of Nighttime Good Time Guide to San Francisco, 1988 and 1990, founder of the National Association for Good Grammar, abbreviated as NAG, and chief of the Grammar Police in San Francisco, and there's no parentheses which would detail what that is or where that is. There's no link, there's no hyperlink. Tom was born on February the 8th, 1953 in San Francisco and is of Northern Italian descent. He holds dual citizenship, the US and Italy, and currently lives in Genoa. And there is his fucking phone number again. Mad to give the phone number out. I wouldn't do that, Tom. You don't know what's going to happen. Let's have a little look at the catalogue of music. Hopefully we can get some choice Tom Terriglio magic to listen to while we're looking through his gallery. Catalogue of music. Welcome to my ever-expanding catalogue of songs. All of the songs were written in full or part by Tom. BMI, Body Mass Index. All of these songs are licensable. Okay? The songs are published through Pierce Beach Music, Body Mass Index. All songs are copyrighted and registered with the Harry Fox Agency. All of the songs are on the Festa Records label. Hot Judge. Thank you very, very much for your tip. Very, very kind of you. Hope the weather in Ireland is treating you well. It is. It's hot. It's clammy. Some songs appear in more than one category. Let's go with something here. Let's go with something. I just want the longest tune, so I don't have to keep coming back. Go with the coffee song. Please don't 404 me. Not found. Fuck. We're gonna get 404'd. I think in every avenue we go down here. My Roman Holiday. Getting fucking 404'd. Mustn't have kept up the payment on the hosting on the whatever it is. I don't know how you do a website, but I'm just thinking maybe you didn't keep up the payments. Autumn in Vilnius. Coffee Song in C. Not found. It's not happening. Back to gallery. Lovely stuff. It's a great situation, and it's a lovely squeeze box he's wielding there. Vince Neil of Motley Crue. Okay? Vince Neil. Somebody had already said it there. Jimmy, a fan of Vince Neil. So these aren't just any fucking Tom, Dick, or Harry he's grabbed for a picture. These are real famous cunts. And we're going to see some more of them right here, right now. I'm interested. I'm excited. And it's struggling. That is that place around where the fucking Yoda, nearby the Yoda statue fountain, which the uncle flew over last year in a stream. Would you believe that? Don't know who this is. It's not got a strand on it. It doesn't say. And a lovely Vespa. Squeezy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. The two boys. The Late Show of David Letterman. COVID. COVID. He did well, didn't he? Old fucking Squeezy Tom back in the day did well. Fair play to him. Tom's getting squeezed. Cleaned up the cut. Squeezy Tom back in blues. I love Terillia. Lederhosen, Pretzel, and Biersteiner. Collector's item. Squeezy Tom in Germany. The Bavarian Chronicles of Squeezy Tom. Look at the colour of that. It's a heavy orange, isn't it? Looks, I was mocking it, but then when I zoomed in, I started to get hungry. Who's this he's with now? Peter Hitchens. No. The Pope. You never see a leopard print tie, do you? You never see it. I think he's gone electric with that one. That looks like you plug that in. You can still get him. Who is he? He must be famous, but there's no strand. There is no strand on that one. Gondolier. He got about, didn't he? And he fucking managed to do that. Does he really operate? That looks like a long way to go in terms of getting yourself dressed up like a gondolier to pretend to be one for a photo. I think he must. He must do it. He must know his onions when it comes to steering those boats around Venice. Imagine him on the gondola and then getting the squeeze box out as well. Fantastic stuff. It's a massive accordion meetup in San Francisco. And interesting setup here. The drummer, bassist, and accordion, and lead vocals from Tom as well. Oh, wow. This is a dream. This is his fantasy. Or maybe that's where he lives. A giant accordion. He's got a hot rod out the front as well, which he uses to do drag races with. A fucking house in the shape of an accordion in Genoa. Okay, we can go back now. That was the Tom Torillia Detour. A real nice guy.
And art in there somewhere as well. The web has come along, and I know that's expanded your folks' audience and the reach. What is
This guy now? How'd you follow Tom and the accordion and rollerblades and just be this guy? What's his USP?
Using the web specifically to position yourself in a remote place, so you can control a robot remotely, for example, and you'd be able to guide, say, an arm, or you'd be able to steer something around and look around and talk with people. So when I became involved with Survivor Research Labs, it was seemed pretty obvious that what we would do is try to take a machine that Mark had made and his colleagues and allow people to control it remotely. So some examples of that are we basically placed a small little track robot that looks sort of like something that the police might use to defuse bombs or something, but it basically dropped it down on Market Street and let people through a Java applet control that remotely via the web.
Java applet online. Control a robot in downtown San Francisco.
Robot running around on the street. What was the response that people had?
Right. Yeah, people definitely took another look. I mean, this is completely out of place, and I think the idea was that we had these anonymous control people from Moscone Center driving.
People weren't arsed.
Basically sitting on Market.
You were fucking messing around with a robot in downtown San Fran and nobody was arsed.
It's supposed to be a little bit of a guerrilla undertaking, I'm assuming. It's probably hard to get insurance and things like that for a robot running around on the street.
Right. Well, this was done very quickly. We basically dropped it down, brought up some wireless networking down, set this up, and just went for about an hour, and then boom, we were out of there. So these things happen kind of fast.
Okay, tell me about the Experimental Interaction Unit. That's another group that you're involved with that has a website.
Right, so this was a little closer to home. This is something that I basically started, and there's some other people involved as well. I just wanted to look at different issues.
Personal tactical technology.
People involved, a little closer to home.
Actively engage in ongoing research into physical, aural, and something interactions between humans and machines. And the various permutations of these interactions. Conducting preliminary investigations into technological disruption systems. Weapons of mass destruction, various personal teleactivity enabling devices, specifically systems of embodiment, telecrime, teleobliteration. A few of these projects are listed below. Please check back. Subscribe to the newsletter.
Right, so this was a little closer to home. This is something that I basically...
Dialogues and demonstrations of imminent human-machines interfaces.
Started, and there's some other people involved as well. And I just wanted to look at different issues specifically involving interaction. So rather than sort of huge, large-scale performances, I wanted to look at designing systems and little devices that had sort of other issues of telepresence.
Okay, tell me about the blimp site.
Tell me about the blimps.
There's a blimps involved in this somewhere.
Right, well, blimps, that was something I did...
Let me see your blimp.
So a couple years ago, basically they're small helium-filled blimps that would fly around a room, and they had a little camera on them and some other wireless sort of sensors.
Red blimp, eyeball blimp.
Fly this again through a Java applet right to your web page.
Silver blimp, smallest.
And you have video coming from the blimp and two-way audio. So you fly up to
We've got the blue blimp.
people and just talk with them remotely, and it was a really nice thing, except that
Big blimpin' in the NYC.
you couldn't really go outside, it would just blow away.
Blimp my ride.
Right. Okay, so people wanting to find more information can go to both of those sites, and there's more information there as well as other areas.
Right, there's a lot of different links, especially up.
He's gonna live on his neck here, next to his lav mic. Ba ba do ba do boo do. Ba ba da boo. Sa ba ba do si ba do do.
In the world of music, the internet has become a very important new medium for new artists to get their music heard. The same is true now
Thank you to Glyn.
for those involved in theater and drama. Playwrights in particular, thanks to you two guys. This is Mike Nadarian and Rob Knob.
Rob Knob! No way.
Playwrights in particular. In the world of music, the internet has become a very important new medium for new artists to get their music heard. The same is true now for those involved in theater and drama. Playwrights in particular, thanks to you two guys. This is Mike Nadarian and Rob Knob, and you have the dramatic exchange or Dramex.
How's it spelled? What are the bets there? Who wants to guess on how it's spelled? Because if it's fucking N-O-B, I just don't know what to do with my life anymore. If it's K-N, do you reckon it's K-N? Do you reckon it's NAB? A-B, yeah. K-N-A-B. Yeah, definitely N-O-B-B, because that's Nob Hill. I've heard of a place called Nob Hill before. Maybe in the States. Double B. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be K-N-O-B, but I'll be very happy if it is. Obviously, the gold will be N-O-B. Let's see how we get on.
For playwrights.
He's got the fucking suspenders on as well.
An MP3 of playwrights, I guess. It's not a defined format. Right. Let me ask you first of all, let's say we define the problem. How many playwrights do you think are out there right now? How many guys are in the middle of writing a play trying to get it published? Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands, right?
Everybody knows somebody who's working on the play, right? But the trouble is, I guess, it's almost worse than music. What are the odds of actually getting a play produced, actually ever seeing actors on the stage reading their lines?
I think it's very small. I know that a lot of community theaters will take submissions from playwrights, and they'll get 50.
Please give us the Strand.
Plays submitted, they were going to pick one to do.
It's Rob Knopp. Oh. Wrong sound there. I need to have a kind of exasperated from the audience. We were robbed. All of us got it wrong. Everyone got it wrong.
Where do you send your plays to? Sure, in the theaters. I mean, it's a very, if you're talking sort of amateur playwrights trying to get started, there's just a huge number of places to look, and it's hard to know. There's no real site.
So you've taken the web. I guess you started out as an FTP site, facts. But now the web, so you've got the sort of general clearinghouse for playwrights and people who want to find plays, I guess, right?
Stu has a veritable selection of Ralph Lauren Polo Sport shirts. And I'm liking the kind of muted tone of this. Whatever you call that, beige maybe. It would go with a lot of stuff. And it suits him really well as well. He usually likes to blast you with a heavy blue or a red, you know? Or even a green. I've never seen this sort of subtle shade on him, but it works.
So if I'm a playwright and I want to get it out there, what do I do?
But what you can do, one thing you can do if you're interested.
Yeah, it makes me want to fucking buy Ralph Lauren polo shirts or shorts maybe, I don't know. I'll get down to TK Maxx tomorrow and have a look. But I mean, TK Maxx, it's like they try to make it seem as though you're getting great value on it, but you're still having to fucking pay through the nose for stuff. It's just not as expensive. Thank you very much there, Rob Knob. There's an echo. There's an echo on the stream audio feed. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything like that.
Dramatic exchanges, just send us your play. Email it to us, basically. Dramex@dramex.org. We've got instructions on the site.
Thank you very much, though, Gavin Brown for the tip and Rob Knob.
With the play, most important of which is how do we contact you? So if somebody wants to produce your play, they need to get a hold of you. We don't have any control over them ourselves. We're just providing a resource to the playwrights who put the plays out and producers.
All right, now, Mike, you actually read these plays that are submitted before you post them? Truthfully, I see
Michael Didarian. You don't get many haircuts like that anymore. I'd be partial to that sort of hairstyle. No, too lazy to go to the The barber. Ah!
That's a lot of plays through. You have, what do you have, 300-400 plays up there? In that range. Okay. And we have
He's hirsute, I think, because he's got a hairy... No, it doesn't.
Okay. And we, at this point, only get to read them insofar as we run through them as we're checking the formatting. Okay. But you can actually read them. I mean, is there sort of a criteria you've got to pass as a playwright where you guys have to like it before you post it? No. I want to get it up there. I just send it to you. Yeah, we don't critique them. We don't judge them. If you're a playwright, you wrote a play, then we're there. All right, now do you have any success stories of somebody who posted a play up there, and lo and behold, some producer, some theater committee finds it and says, we want to do your play? Yeah, quite a few, actually. Really? We don't know them all, because we know that productions have happened that we never hear about. Since we put these plays up there, producers can find them, contact the playwright directly. We may never hear about some of the productions. So it's hard to know exactly how many there have been. I think we estimate over 30. Is that actually got produced? Yeah, so they found these plays on your site.
Just found them. They found them in some trash outside on the street.
From a producer's point of view, suppose I'm running a theater group. I'm a producer. I'm looking for an interesting new play. I go to your site. How's it organized? What do I look for? Well, we have pages.
We got everything. We got comedies. We got tragedies. We got dramas. We got comic turns. We got the payoff. We got to be seen and not heard. Light and fluffy. Up the stairs, down the stairs. Man in the chair.
So pretty much it's one actors and full plays, screen plays or whatever that. You have that topic also, or is that too much right now? Sort of. That's not exactly.
Lovely little twist. Starts on him. He's not going to answer.
Sort of.
Wow.
That's not exactly in there yet, although we've got the sort of. That's not exactly in there yet.
Love that little fluid movement.
We've got the infrastructure. Okay. When we started this, we were thinking in terms of tens of plays. So we're sort of evolving. But you do have a kind of summary paragraph, right, of each one of the plays. You don't have to read everything. Okay. 3 or 4 lines, and then they can go to a second.
The year is 3001. It's a world of nanotechnology and control by devices implanted into their bodies. The story begins in a cryogenic research lab, having managed to reduce something I've never felt before and don't understand. Their plan helped them understand what is happening. Turns out such and such happened, blah blah blah, rebellion and passion for freedom. Full script available. Sif, text, and doc.
What about the copyright issues? Aren't playwrights a little concerned they're putting it up there on your site and God knows what people are going to do with it now? They're going to download the
Is this a bad thing or is it awesome?
It's a little concerned they're putting it up there on your site and God What about the copyright issues? Aren't playwrights a little concerned they're putting it up there on your site and God knows what people are going to do with it now? They're going to download the damn play and never hear anything again.
Game Boy.
Yeah, we try to be real clear about that. There isn't anything that we can do. The idea is they're putting it up there. They want it to be.
That's a hot situation. We already saw someone earlier on stand up to give a little bit of aerate his armpits because it was a hot situation, hot and sticky. This guy's going fucking denim shirt with a t-shirt underneath, and then he's got suspenders on as well, clamping down the denim on top. Sweatbox Nation.
What a lot of playwrights do is they submit a portion of their play. Okay.
And the denim tucked into the trousers as well, which would really not allow any air to escape. It's a swamp scenario, I would guess.
So that you get an idea, but it might be interesting. But a lot do submit the.
What was that there? There's a communication breakdown. Stu just trying to shout over his opponent. But his opponent kept talking.
Do is they submit a portion of their play. Okay. The first few scenes, so that you get an idea, but it might be interesting.
Lovely. I've never seen that. Where a guest doesn't back down against Stu's rising timbre. Stu lost that battle in a rare fucking scene. He may have lost the battle, but you know Stu won't lose the war.
So that you get an idea, but it might be interesting. But a lot
Lovely.
The whole play.
Yeah.
Get it out there and let somebody read it and like it. So you guys have day jobs. I know you're an astrophysicist, you're a computer programmer, you guys do a little acting on the side, right? Are you working on a play yourself?
Fucking acting the maggot. Jig acting.
Is this a playwriting team we're looking at? You're not actually looking at a playwriting team, but we have each worked on plays. everybody. All right, Dramex.org. Thank
That lovely ending. Perfect stew.
you. URLs of today's featured websites. Just go to the Tech Cafe site at cncd.com. Some of the best performing arts websites are fan sites, unofficial tributes to singers, musicians, performers, other stage celebrities who happen to inspire enough passion in their fans to get them to create their own websites. One great example is the website for the rock group Counting Crows. Andrew is with that site's creator.
Lisa, you created a site.
Look, counting crowbars. Got a fucking crowbar in the gaff in case anything needs to happen.
Games.com, and it's devoted to a band called the Counting Crows. And give me a little history of the Counting Crows and why you decided to create a shrine to them.
Okay, well, when I first got into Counting Crows, they
Mr. Crows?
know what the music had.
Why do you want to know who they are, just in case people
Okay, they're San Francisco birthday-based band. They came out in 1994 with their album August and everything after. They had a follow-up album, Recovering the Satellites. They haven't put out that many albums, but the few they have put out have just gotten a fanship that's amazing to me all over the world.
Right, they're big. They just put out a double live album that I think was a pretty popular album as well. Okay, so you decided I'm going to create a site, and it looks to me like you created a site that really gives the record.
Counting Crows are shit. Didn't like them. Didn't like them.
Companies and bands and everything sort of a run for their money, if you will. What kind of a commitment does that take?
No, it's an unbelievable commitment. I've noticed that there's a lot of information out there, and it's in lots of forums, but not every single person is in every forum. And so that's where I kind of come in and gather from here, gather from there. And this person gives me this information, that person, I just crunch it all together, and it becomes the mega.
Right. And it really is. You've got everything up there, audio, video, chat rooms, and the like. Let's talk a little bit about the audio.
Bootlegs.
Yeah, the bootlegs. How is that legal?
Is it legal?
Okay, the band themselves have,
We're downloading the shockwave for all the ladies in the cave.
I don't think it's taken away from their money.
In fact, I've heard these guys actually encourage taping at their shows.
I don't know if they so much encourage it, but they don't mind it. They've seen them and bought them themselves. They really don't mind. So I just took the opportunity with the real audio and the streaming audio to put samples of my bootleg collection up on my site and my videos.
And you said actually the band you mentioned that says.
Oh, look at that. The real player. Still remember the little dong, 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 dong when you open it up. And these channels, it used to, the first ever time that I'd learned about this thing called The Daily Show, didn't call it with Jon Stewart back then, but in this little bar down the side hatch here, you had all these little things telling you could watch. And of course, we only had dial-up back in the day, so it was pathetic. You're trying to watch stuff on it. Didn't really work out for me at all. But the real player, why? How did the real player take on? How did Microsoft not have the stranglehold on how their fucking system played a video? I mean, they had Windows Media Player, but everything on the web was like Real Player. And you had to download maybe the Shockwave for Macromedia. Maybe it was because it would play on loads of different systems then, not just Windows. VLC
Computer
back
games.
in the day, I didn't know about VLC until
Handheld gaming devices.
2006, 2005, 2004. Anti-Trockner, thank you very much for the tip. There was like I had my computer history was there was a fall off where I stopped using computers for a bit, and then when broadband hit the scene, when I discovered broadband, even though it had been out for years, when I discovered it and how good it was and how fast it was in 2003 or 4, then I got back into computers again in a big way. I had to save up to get my own fucking laptop. That was when the dream began then, you know? And up until then, it was just, they still had the Packard Bell Windows 98 Celeron processor at home. It was shite. But it was brilliant when I first used it, you know. But when it had aged so badly. And I'd installed lots of stupid shit on it as well. Probably spywared out of it, man. It was a struggle. Got into trouble. Got into trouble.
Oh, they're really encouraging. One of them told me we need more. If there was more fans out there like you, then it'd be great, you know. Other people told me you probably scared them off, but you know, for the most part, they really encourage me, and they're great. They're pretty much good.
And you've got video.
I downloaded a Metal Gear Solid Windows 98 skin, not a skin, but it changed everything about the whole fucking operating system when you turned it on. And I got into trouble for that. And it slowed the computer down, fucked it up. My dad went fucking ballistic. And it just made it worse as well, because when you turn the computer on, it made the sound of Solid Snake in an elevator. Do you know the elevator at the beginning of the game going up from dock to the heliport? Didn't go down well with the family at all. Fucked the computer up. Spyware.
You've got actually song sheets up there. Any copyright issues with that?
I don't do copyright. I don't want to step on their toes. I don't want to take anything away from them because everything is theirs, and I fully acknowledge that. You know, I don't want. You know, I just want to.
I didn't have LimeWire, but I had WinMX.
Beautiful, and I know that.
And no doubt that probably had some part to play in the slowing down of the computer as well. WinMX paired with Nero burning ROM. Once I discovered that, it was game over. I'd fucking wasted so much money on CDs.
Right. They also got chat areas up there.
Chat topics.
Are one of the hubs of the Counting Crows on the web.
Actually, I'm what you would call a news groupie. When I hang out on the news group, you know, I news group people. They're all a great bunch of people, and they all share information and share bootlegs and share stories, and they're great people.
Right. Actually, speaking of sharing stories, there's one section on your site where you actually, I think it's you have sort of juicy tidbits, or did you know? Right.
Juicy tidbits.
Like people send those in. Right. Is that how that works?
That's what I have to emphasize. That if it wasn't for the fans that contributed so much to my site would be anything. It's all them that does it, and their love for Counting Crows. You know, it's just
Look at that. It's beautiful. I wonder, did she make that, or did a fan submit that for the site? Someone spent time making that, like, you know? It's lovely. Real vaporwave shit.
How much time do you spend putting that together?
Oh, it depends. Sometimes it could be hours and hours a week. Sometimes it could just be. We're playing with it today.
Okay, for all the Counting Crow fans out there, or maybe the new ones to come, what's the most interesting tidbit that someone has sent in or that you found recently about your most favorite band?
Oh, probably the latest was that their new album isn't going to be released until September, and that got a lot of the Counting Crow community quite in an uproar.
Any chance that
You don't tend to think about the Counting Crow community.
chance that they'll give you an advance single to release on your site?
Good boy, wouldn't I be so lucky? No, I doubt it. I doubt that would happen, but I haven't been known to be able to get a hold of things. I do have a song from their album that's yet to be released on my site already. Wow. And the minute their album comes out, I'm going to remove it because I don't want to step on their toes. But at the same time, I have it, so I have to share it.
All right, enemykids.com.
Thank you.
For URLs of today's featured websites, just go to the Net Cafe site at cnncd.com.
That's it for our look at performing arts online. Thanks for joining us this week at the Club Eye in San Francisco. Hope you'll be with us again next week at the Net Cafe.
The Net Cafe is made possible in part by BigStar.com, with thousands of videos and DVDs.
That's it. Thank you very much for joining us. Anti-Trockner, thank you very much for the tip. Anti-Trockner. I'm going to fuck off now.
And by TVA, Television Associates, bridging the worlds of computers and video with DVD authoring and tag encoding services. To purchase a videotape copy of today's program, call toll-free 1-888-310-7850. Please specify the show number and the topic.
Each Valkyrie is actually slightly different. We have no two Valkyries alike. And that was part of the original concept from John Carpenter, that he didn't want a bunch of identical hero women, that each could have its own character. Each Valkyrie artist comes to the shop, they get down to their underwear, we wrap them in saran wrap, we then grease them down with ham, and then the
Fucking grease you down with ham.